Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, sorry about that, guys. We're good to go now. It's all good, money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm mad at you.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharp.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to the 978th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and small dick energy. It is Friday, June 23rd of 2023. It is good to have you guys in today. As always, we are mega casting. We are mega streaming live to pretty much everywhere. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitter. We're live on, let's see, where else are we live on? And I know my camera just went out, guys. I'm working on it. We're live. I think we're live on DLive, MGTOW.tv, Rumble, and of course in crystal clear, high resolution Sharp Stream, which is absolutely free on the mobile app. Give me 2 seconds here, guys. I don't know why. Just a second. We do it live, boys. We do it live. So this is what live streams sometimes come with. Okay, let's see if that cleared it up. That looked like it was a little fuzzy. There we go. There we go. I wanted to make sure that I was in high definition. I'm gonna get my camera slider fixed here in a little bit. Oh, look at that! My laptop has just been powered on for the first time in literally forever. All right. Okay, very good. Let me shout you guys out, and then we'll get right into it. We're gonna get right into it. So I am going to open up the phone lines. I'm going to open up the phone lines, as you guys will hear here very shortly. There we go. And let me make sure I've got the right... Come on now. Okay. There we go.
Your show is scheduled to start in 39 seconds.
All right, very nice. So in 39 seconds... you will be able to call in. Let me shout you guys out here quickly. King Life is in the house. Good to see you. Mike the Supreme says L3. Ay. King Life says get the forking likes up. Yeah, listen, man, I'm thinking about weight loss. Fucking helps you lose more weight than forking.
Your show will go live
there it is.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Very good. Excellent. So the phone lines are opened up. Now, I want to make this clear up front. I don't want you calling in. I do not want you calling in if you agree with my assessment of the H3 versus Pearl debate. If you agree, let me know in the chat. Okay? If you agree, let me know in the chat. I want to talk to people who disagree. I want to talk to the people who thinks that Pearl lost the debate. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I am going to continue to watch the debate, which means my mind could be changed. I'm not going to be ingenuine about this. I'm not going to make certain declarations. I'm going to try to call this right down the middle. And again, guys, I am biased. Pearl is a very good friend of mine. She's actually a very good friend of me. She actually is a better friend of Dev than she is me. Her and Devin talk probably maybe 2-3 times a week. They talk about everything. They talk about life, etc., etc. Listen, man, she's one of my fiance's best friends. She's one of my fiance's best friends. So yeah, I'm going to be biased. But by the same token, I would like to think, that doesn't necessarily mean that I will, but I'd like to think I try to call these as objectively as possible. It's not, I can't be 100% subjective. I'm sorry, I can't be 100% objective because I am talking about one of my friends. But again, just like I said yesterday, I will do my level best. I will do my level best to try to be as impartial as possible, though that's going to be very difficult just given my relationship with Pearl and her relationship with my fiance. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up right where we left off. I'm going to pick up right where we left off in the interview. I'm going to continue to give my commentary. I will continue to react. If there is something that I say or that I have said that you disagree with in terms of the reason why you think Pearl lost, give me a call. 516-387-1987. Again, that is 516-387-1987. Now, I will say this. Okay? I don't mind it if you want to call in and disagree. Okay? But we need to disagree respectfully. All right? If you're respectful to me, I will be respectful to you. Now, just because you're using a respectful tone does not mean that you're being respectful. Okay? I'm very well versed in the underhanded compliments, sideways topics, blah 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 blah. Okay? I know a lot of you guys out there would love to just call in and give me a piece of your mind. That's not the way it's going down. It's just not. We've got our screeners. We'll be screening calls heavily, and at that point, when I start to get calls, I will stop the video and take the call. So, as soon as you guys fill up the phone lines, as soon as I start getting callers in, that is when I will start taking phone calls. So, without further ado, let's get this party started. Let me switch this up here. There we go. All right.
Investigative report.
I'll play this clip, set it up.
Person that will get me at 40 years old, at 50 years old, is in a different version than he had when I was 18, 20 years old.
But it's a less valuable version to men.
No, it's not the right man for me because
no, it's not the right man for you. It's how men can't help what they're attracted to. No, it is all men. But if you survey men between the ages of 20 and 80, they're all the most attracted to 22-year-olds. I peaked 3 years ago, and you guys did too. At 22, 23, and this is men between the age of 20 and 80. So what men value is purity, youth, and fertility. And so what would you be able to offer to a guy?
So that's something I've heard you say. Obviously, you strongly believe that, right? That women who are past the age of 22, their value goes down, and all men just want young girls.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what's the message behind this? What is it? Who are you speaking to, and what is it that?
I mean, it's just true. Men do want younger women.
Well, right. I want to ask you this before we get into that. What is your message? Who are you speaking to, and what is it you're hoping that they take from this?
I mean, I just believe in speaking about things that are true. And I think a lot of times as women, we're told that we can just wait forever, get married at 35, and have a bunch of kids, and that's just not true.
Who's saying that?
I just think it's a message that's pushed by the media.
Do you hear this? Ethan says, who's saying that? Mr. Klein, literally everybody. Everybody says that. It's pushed in the media. It's pushed in our movies. And guys, they do it on a subconscious, insidious level, like down to the commercials. I'll be watching TV with Devin, and I will see a commercial, And I'm like, do you see what they're characterizing here for? Just like a really quick example here that most people would never even think of. Most people would never even think of, but this is how insidious and grassroots this is. So there was a Sleep Number bed commercial. There's a husband and a wife talking about, I've got back pain, stiffness, da-da-da-da-da. So they get this Sleep Number bed. Well, it's a dual zone Sleep Number mattress, meaning that her side, she can set the firmness or the softness separately from him. And so the guy says, well, I like it softer. The woman says, well, I like it firm. Soft and firm. So the woman likes the firm mattress and the man likes the soft mattress. You guys might not think that matters, but it does. That is subconsciously put into the minds of people. It happens on every level. That commercial wasn't over with. They were both laying in the bed, being comfortable, and their dogs jump into their beds. He's got a Pomeranian. She has a German Shepherd. So a man who has a Pomeranian, he's got a foo-foo dog who's twice as big as his wife. The man is twice as big as his wife, but he likes a soft mattress and a foo-foo dog, whereas the woman, half the size of her husband, likes a firm mattress and a big tough dog. These kinds of things influence people on a subconscious level. So when Ethan says, who's saying that, he's being ingenuine. He knows that our culture literally tells people, it literally tells women, do not get married until you are in your 30s. Anytime a young woman says, I'm engaged, why are you engaged? You have so much life to live.
Culture today. So
The media is telling women to get married at 35?
Yes,
I mean,
they
have you ever
are.
seen, like, what's a homemaker that's on TV?
You mean like in a sitcom, or you mean like in a
No, but I'm saying, like, we don't have them in the media and the culture.
you
Like,
said,
family
where's
really
our
isn't.
homemaker?
It's really family really isn't pushed. And so I'm not saying it to dog on women, but I just think a lot of times, like, we're lied to. I mean, we have men are called ageist. Ageist. They don't want younger women. You know,
I don't think
men
that's
are
what ageist
men are constantly shamed when they have a standard. So it's not. I mean, that's like a conversation from a 3-hour episode. I don't remember the
I've heard you
context.
bring it up a lot. I know
Yeah,
this.
because it's true.
So
And a lot of times
you're
it's
speaking,
women.
You're speaking to women. You're saying past 22, your value's
I mean,
going down. And,
yes,
and your
to
message,
men,
your,
men, your value on the sexual marketplace. So your value, like, that doesn't mean like your personal worth. I'd like to just clarify that, but yeah.
There you
and
go.
so your message to them is nothing. You're just saying because it's true. I mean, why
I mean,
not just say the sun is
Yes, the message is nothing. I'm saying it because it's true. See, he knows that what she's saying is true. He knows that what she's saying is true. He's a man. He's more attracted to younger women. So now this is his move. Okay, I agree with you, but what's the point? What's the message? Who gives a shit what the message is, Ethan? The message is that it's the truth. That is the message, because everybody else, all over the internet, all over TV, all over the world, all over blogs, like to say Keanu Reeves continues to dunk on the male population with his 57-year-old girlfriend. No. Keanu Reeves he was not dunking on nobody. Paulina Poroskova, a former supermodel, she's talked about how she is all but invisible to the opposite sex. These things are true. So what Ethan does is when he loses a point, or when he actually agrees with Pearl, he says, what's the point? The point is that we tell the truth, Ethan.
I mean, don't wait till 35 to get married. Get married as young as you can.
Right, get married as young as you can.
Yeah.
Now, you seem to offer a lot of advice to. You're mostly giving advice to women, would you say?
I wouldn't really.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, see, Ethan has not watched as much Pearl as he says he has. He tries to give himself this false credibility. Well, I've watched hours of your videos. If Ethan really did watch as much of Pearl as he claims he did, then he would know that she does not give advice. She doesn't say, okay, here is what you should do if you.
Really, okay. I wouldn't really. I guess sure.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think I've heard you say that even. And then so men.
Like, I wouldn't say I'm like an advice channel, like do this. I mean, it's more talking about the state of relationships today is a better way that I would put it.
So as men get older, not like super old, but their value goes up. And as a man's value on the sexual marketplace goes up, they're looking for younger virgins, right? That's important. And so any woman who's not.
Well, historically, virginity has always been a prerequisite for marriage. Like 100 years ago, 85% of women didn't admit to premarital sex. So, it's more abnormal now that women are not virgins anymore.
Do you know what an appeal to a tradition is? What we did 100 years ago doesn't predict anything.
Well, I'm saying the outcomes are.
Ethan, buddy, biology doesn't change. A man's biology doesn't change. Men have always been more attracted to younger women, and that is a truth as old as literally time itself. So yes, things have changed over the years and centuries. One of the very few things that have not changed are male nature and female nature. Stop it.
Are better for women. Like the outcomes are obviously better. We have more women on antidepressants than ever before. And it's tough because there are studies both ways when it comes to female happiness. But most of the ones that I've seen indicate that women are unhappy over a certain age without children. And most women wanted to have kids.
And again, we don't need the statistics. We don't need the stats or studies. We look at the empirical data. We hear stories. We see videos. Right? We read Reddit clips. Women are effing miserable, gentlemen. They are absolutely miserable. The more they get, the more miserable they are. They wanted equality, they got it. They wanted hormonal birth control so they could have unprotected sex, they got that too. They wanted equal opportunities, they got, dude, that's far exceeded that. Women have far more opportunities to excel in this day and age than men ever do. Not that we need it. The point is that modern women have gotten everything they want, and it's made them more miserable. This just goes to show, once again, that what women want and what women need are two very different things, number one. Number two, what a woman needs, see, and pay attention to this, number two. What a woman wants is always dynamic, okay? What a woman wants is always dynamic. Sometimes she wants the nice guy, sometimes she wants the bad boy, right? Now, the time she wants the bad boy depends upon where she's at in her menstrual cycle. But sometimes women need more emotional support. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes women are attracted to men who are empathetic. Sometimes they're attracted to men who just don't give a shit. Right? What a woman wants is constant. What they need is static. What they need is static. The problem that women are running into is that what they want and what they need are very, very rarely found in the same man. It is very, very difficult to find a successful, attractive man who is also a leader. He's masculine, he puts his foot down, and he has his shit together. You cannot, and it's interesting, we say the bad boy, but all bad boys really are men who are not afraid to be men. That's it. That's it. These are men who are not afraid to be men. These are men who are not afraid to tell women to their face, I'm not attracted to women like you because you are overweight. Men who say, I would never date someone like you because you have an attitude problem. You guys remember Lovely on Fresh and Fit. She said to me, if I were dating you, and I told her straight up, I would never date you. Dude, the room went absolutely silent because no one could believe that a man told a woman out loud and in person, I would never date you.
At some point in their life. And I just think, and you can see what happens in front of you. Like, you're not blind. Women are happier with a family.
Again, you're doing the I'm not blind, I see this, which is like, again, kind of an emotional argument. Antidepressants didn't exist.
You just want to call me emotional today. That's just your go-to today.
Well,
calling her, is Pearl being emotional? Is Pearl being emotional? Hold on, let's rewind that. Pearl is not being emotional. When Ethan, so Ethan has a few moves here. When he's beaten on a point, or when his assistants can't help him any further, he either changes the subject, he says it doesn't make sense, or he tries to ask the same question to get a different answer. Well, his fourth move appears to, that was made in emotion. Pearl is not being emotional right now. She's being completely reasonable and rational. Just because you say she's being emotional, Ethan, doesn't mean she is.
Well, it's hard to have a conversation with somebody who says,
family that I've seen indicate that women are.
Listen, let's just, you know what? Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually slow it down. Let me slow it down just for a second here. Let me slow it down just for a second so that we can hear this, in real time. Because at this point, Ethan is just throwing shit out. He's just saying stuff. You're being emotional. Ethan, you're literally just talking. Let's go back to normal here. Now watch.
And so any woman who's not...
Well, historically, virginity's always been a prerequisite for marriage. Like 100 years ago, 85% of women didn't admit to premarital sex. So, it's more abnormal now that women are not virgins anymore.
Do you know what an appeal to tradition is? What we
it's
did 100
basically
years
saying-
ago doesn't predict anything.
Well,
to do
I'm
with
saying
what
the
we do
outcomes
today.
are better for women. Like the outcomes are obviously better. We have more women on antidepressants than ever before, and it's tough because there are studies both ways when it comes to female happiness, but most of the ones that I've seen indicate that women are unhappy over a certain age without children, that most women wanted to have kids at some point in their life. And I just think, and you could see what happens in front of you. Like, you're not blind. Women are happier with a family.
So
yeah.
again, you're doing the "I'm not blind. I see this," which is like again kind of an emotional argument.
Oh my God. Ethan, when she says you're not blind, what she's saying, what she means is that, Ethan, it's so obvious everybody can see this. When she says, I'm not blind or you're not blind, she is acknowledging, Ethan, even you can acknowledge X, Y, and Z, right? And when it becomes clear that he can acknowledge that he cannot acknowledge X, Y, and Z and get the win, he drops the, well, you're being emotional. What? Dude, I'm more emotional than Pearl right now. Pearl's voice is even keel. It's level. She's not there. There are very good voice inflections for good speech. There's no emotion in her voice. Maybe frustration, but even that's not shining through. So Ethan, once again, is just talking to be talking. You said, I'm not blind. Well, that's kind of emotional, though.
Antidepressants didn't.
No, what are you talking about, Ethan? She is stating facts. Guys, I don't know, again, and it's funny. I've opened up the phone lines, and I'm asking for you guys to call in and tell me why I'm wrong. You know what? I'm asking you guys to tell me why it's wrong. And right now, it's fucking crickets. It's fucking crickets because you guys didn't even watch the interview. All you're doing is basing this off what other people said. Ethan cooked Pearl, blah, 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 blah. They're just parroting off of other people's talking points. It's ridiculous.
Didn't
You just
exist
want to call
100
me
years.
emotional today. That's just your go-to today.
Well, I'm trying. It's hard to have a conversation
The
with somebody who
sexism
says,
that I face, the sexism I face in this country, I just get called emotional.
Right. Well, it's hard to have a conversation with somebody who just says, I feel this. You know what I mean?
Okay, Ethan, she did not say, I feel this. She didn't say that this time. She gave you straight facts. Guys, Ethan is wrong. He is being dishonest. He is lying. He's talking about something Pearl said an hour ago. This is crazy.
It's like, how do you address that in a conversation? You say, I see this. I'm not blind. I mean, that's not really a concrete.
Well,
concrete.
I've listed before that.
Let's talk about those. Antidepressants didn't exist 100 years ago. What relevance?
See, there it is. Gotcha. See that? Pearl just said, well, I wasn't being emotional, and then, boom, Ethan goes right back to it.
Does that have on the happiness of women then and now?
I mean, we're seeing them get more and more on antidepressants.
Well, men are on antidepressants
Again,
too. I think those
we're not talking about men.
But
You
if
know,
men and women are getting on
But it's like,
antidepressants
why
at the
can't-
same
No, fam. No, see, there it is. Men and women are not on antidepressants at...
rate,
Why
then it
can't-
doesn't.
why-
No, they are not on antidepressants at the same rate. They are not on antidepressants at the same rate. And there he goes. Now he's... See... There he goes. Now he's looking at his computer. He's not typing anything. He's just watching what they're telling him. That's all he is.
Can't we have a conversation about women without talking about the men?
Because
It doesn't.
the
It's like 90%. I can't answer questions if you keep interrupting me when I'm trying to answer you.
Go ahead.
So it's like 90% of women are on contraceptive or have been on contraceptives at some point in their life. One out of 4 women have an STD. 1 out of 3 women has had an abortion. It's like these aren't good numbers. Like, do you genuinely think that sleeping around is good for women?
I don't think, in my opinion, mass sleeping around like you're talking about, like 100+ partners, isn't good for men or women.
See, here we go. It's not good for men or women. Now, that may be true, but I'll tell you this. 100 bodies affects women far more negatively than 100 bodies does for men. I will tell you this. There's a Netflix documentary called Rocco, and it's about the famous porn star. Rocco. Oh my God, his name was Rocco. He was an Italian guy. Rocco. I don't want to be. It's like Rocco Siegfried or anyway, it's called Rocco. And this guy's probably had sex with probably close to 20,000 women, right? Probably probably close to, 10,000, 20,000 women, right? He is all messed up in the head. He is all messed up in the head. He doesn't know, like, he is emotionally scarred from his career. Now, it took him a lot longer and catch a lot more bodies. So yeah, sleeping around for men can be destructive for men, but it's got to be extreme. It's got to be extreme. Guys, I've banged a lot of women. Emotionally, I'm just fine. I'm just fine. If a girl had the same body count as I did, she would not be emotionally fine. Sex ruins women, right? It also ruins men, but it takes, that's it. Rocco Siffredi. That's his name. Rocco Siffredi. Thank you. Yes, Siffredi. Yes, that's him. Rocco Siffredi. Yes, sex can be very destructive to men and women, but it takes a lot longer and a lot more bodies for it to start to affect men the same way it affects women. Sex affects men and women very differently. Ethan has to know this.
Do you think sleeping with multiple partners is good?
I think it's completely fine. I don't think there's an issue with women having multiple partners.
Do you think it's good for them? Do you think it's good for women?
I think it depends on the person and the relationships. I mean, the premise is neutral. The premise doesn't imply, people, men and women have good and bad relationships. Some benefit them, some don't.
Mm-hmm. Overall,
yeah, men and women are different, Ethan.
Multiple partners. You would say good for women or bad for women?
I literally cannot answer that question because it makes no sense. It depends on the relationship.
Here we go. See that? See, he can't. See, there it is. Now he can't answer the question. No, the reason why you can't answer the question, Ethan, it makes perfect sense. She said, "This guy's a dumbass. This guy really is a dumbass. I thought this dude actually had some intelligence. He's dumb. Ethan's not too bright. He's not too bright. I can't answer that question because it doesn't make sense. What? She asked you a simple question. Is sleeping with multiple partners good for women? Yes or no? Like, what are we doing? Just because you know the answer to the question is damaging to your argument doesn't mean it doesn't make any sense. And look at Pearl's face. Look at Pearl's face. At this point, she knows the fix is in. She knows it.
I'll answer. I'll say I think it's good to get more experiences in life and to have multiple partners. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Perfect. So now Ethan Klein just sat here and said that he thinks it's good for women to have multiple partners. Yet, more women are single and childless than ever before. Women are collectively more miserable than they've ever been before. Yeah, how's that working out, Ethan?
I think it's not good.
Why?
So, I think because it leads to more heartbreak.
Heartbreak?
Yeah, like women sleeping with multiple people. I don't think that's a good thing.
You can get heartbroken without sleeping with someone.
Yeah, but that's true. But I just don't think it's the same. Women attach through sex.
You think it's not the same? Men attach through sex too, by the way.
Yeah, but we're not talking about men.
This guy thinks he's so slick.
I don't think sleeping around is great for men either. But I don't think it's the same for men and for women.
Hold on, you keep saying let's talk about women, and I just want to say, if there is a communal experience, then it's worth bringing up. Like you say, more women are on antidepressants, but if men are on antidepressants in the same trajectory, then that would
no. Oh, Ethan, the same trajectory is not the same statistic. You see, he's playing tricky little word games, like Destiny likes to call it. So he knows that men and women, see, his team told him, hey, look, men and women they're not on antidepressants at the same rate. So he changed the verbiage. Watch. He's not stupid. Well, he's not stupid. He's just trying to win the argument at all costs. Remember, Pearl told him straight up, women are on antidepressants at a higher rate. Ethan said, well, men are on antidepressants too. His team went to work. They said, Ethan, more women are on antidepressants. So now he changed from the percentage to the trajectory. No, there's Ethan. There's Ethan being clairvoyant again, looking into the future. Nope, trajectory and potential doesn't count, buddy. Especially when you're talking about stuff like this. Watch how he changes this. Watch.
I don't think it's the same for men and for women.
Hold on, you keep saying let's talk about women, and I just want to say, if there is a communal experience, then it's worth bringing up. Like you say, more women are antidepressants, but if men are on antidepressants in the same trajectory,
in the same trajectory, but not at the same rate, Ethan. Not at the same rate. Sorry. I don't know. Again, anyone who thinks that Pearl got cooked and roasted, you guys didn't watch the interview. You just didn't. You just don't like Pearl, and you're just doing what everybody else is.
Then that would imply that it doesn't have to do with anything to do with women being promiscuous. It's more of a societal thing that affects both genders equally.
No, it does not affect both genders equally. See, that's Ethan's problem. He thinks that it affects both genders equally. It does not. Rocco Siffredi had to fuck 15,000 women before he started to lose his mind. It takes women probably 15.
Wait, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
if men and women are both on antidepressants,
Ethan, can you formulate an original statement? Look at this. He's looking directly at the laptop. Watch.
Yeah. Wait, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Watch.
if men and women are both on antidepressants at the same
This
rate,
guy,
then
this guy.
that would suggest something on a larger societal issue, and not because women are promiscuous. So I think that is worth
Well,
bringing
I
up.
mean, you could argue a lot of societal issues have come from women being promiscuous.
Okay.
So, I mean, you could if 85% of women were virgins 100 years ago and everyone's on antidepressants, maybe
So was
it doesn't.
society perfect 100 years ago?
Maybe it doesn't have good outcomes for women.
That's not what she said, Ethan.
Society was perfect 100 years ago when women were virgins.
I didn't say perfect, but there was more intact families. Which
The
I think
life
is
expectancy was like 50 back then. Just so you know.
Okay,
I
so-
did not say. I don't know. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, you're saying the quality of life. Things were better back
No, I
then.
said we.
Ethan, do you see how he keeps going back and forth? He keeps interrupting and putting other things in. This is ridiculous.
No,
so.
I said we had more intact families, which I think is important.
Good.
Okay.
There it is.
Let's talk about where were we? We were talking.
Got her. Dude, there it was. She just got him right there. You see how he tried to cross her up and confuse her? And she said, "No, that's not what I said. I said there were more intact families." Ethan couldn't go anywhere else. So what does he do? He changes the subject. That's an L. That is an L. We are in the 8th round and Pearl has won 7 rounds.
Everyone's on antidepressants.
So
Maybe
was
it doesn't.
society perfect 100 years ago?
Maybe it doesn't have good outcomes for women.
You see what he does? If Pearl makes a statement, he takes that statement and uses another statement and goes to the extreme. Oh, okay. Well, if 85% of women didn't admit to having, being virgins, oh, that means it was perfect. That's not what she said. Like, he is a goalpost mover. Holy smokes. Wow.
Society was perfect 100 years ago when women were virgins.
Nobody said society was perfect.
I didn't say perfect, but there was more intact families. Which
The
I think
life
is
expectancy was like 50 back then. Just so you know.
I did not say. I don't know. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, you're saying the quality of life. Things were better back
No, I
then.
said we. No,
don't
that's.
think
I said we had more intact families, which I think is important.
so. Okay.
Bingo! That's it. That's it. Mike the Supreme says he isn't fully allowing her, or he isn't allowing her to fully answer the questions and constantly moving the goalposts. Exactly. Like this is what he's doing. He's changing the conversation in the middle of her answers. That's not debating, and that's not in good faith.
Let's talk about where were we? We were talking about.
You were talking about antidepressants, Ethan. That's what you were talking about. You were talking about antidepressants and women being on antidepressants. You just fucking lost the argument. That's where we were.
We're on the topic of men wanting younger women.
Yeah, there we go.
Here, did I finish this
I
clip?
just learned a lot from them, so I'd love to hear this side.
Oh, this is the pay gap one. Sorry.
Dude, we already
Men
talked
wanting
about the
younger
pay
women.
gap.
We watched this whole clip. So I was just trying to basically apply it to your life if I can. It's like, so older men, when they have money, they have status, they're going to want a younger and more virgin woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a bit of a question, and I'm being honest here. Is it possible and you look at men, right, in terms of like their viability. You look at men and say, he's a high value man, he's a medium value man, he's a low value man, right? And we can say that. We can put men into those categories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's say you're in the dating field, right? You're looking for a partner, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, you're single essentially, I guess, and you're looking for a significant.
Maybe not.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you're looking for men, if a man who is willing to settle, let's say you're not that old, but you're 26, and you say that anyone over 25 is like almost damaged goods or getting worse.
Wait a minute, Ethan. First it was 22, now it's 25. She didn't say anyway.
Worse.
No.
It's less valuable. It's less valuable.
Correct. Yes, I would
Yeah.
say I was more valuable 5 years ago. Yes, in terms of the dating market. Yes.
So do you think that how can somebody who's older and not a virgin and less valuable, how can they get in a relationship with a man and not think they're a loser? Because if you're a low value woman, then in a sense you'd be judging the guy who's quote unquote settling for
Oh
you
my
because he
God,
couldn't get a
dude.
higher value woman.
He is literally reading what his staff is feeding him. He is literally reading what his staff is feeding him. That's why he can't rebuttal her answers. That's why he has to resort to these tactics to try to bully her. Because these thoughts aren't coming from his head. He's making these statements that are coming from somebody else. There's no point of origin. That's why he keeps getting lost and keeps trying to move the goalpost, because he doesn't know how to navigate the conversation because the original thought didn't come from his mind.
So in a sense, a guy that you would settle for would be a loser by your own
What?
metrics. Low
Oh
value.
my
what
God.
are men supposed to do? 95% of women aren't virgins on their wedding days. You could be a multimillionaire and not get a virgin.
How do you-
But I think
but
that's
how
why
do you-
I think that's
Jesus
why-
Christ. This dude went from this dude, and there he is looking to his corner for more coaching. He's looking at him like, seriously, like, you guys are making me look fucking stupid here. How dumb is that? So he took Pearl from 26 years old to the guy she chooses is a loser. What? Oh, Ethan, this is disingenuous. All that stuff that if this and that and da-da-da-da-da-da, then how does that not make you a loser? I'm sorry. Come again?
You see more men walking away from relationships.
No. How do you enter a relationship and not think that he's a loser because he's low value?
Who said that he's
I don't really know how to answer that question.
But it is interesting, right? Because in a sense, only a low value man.
Listen, in a sense.
I'm only framing this in your worldview. Let's say a medium value man would decide to settle on somebody like you who's a little bit older, not as fertile. You are not a virgin, and also.
But she's 26, Ethan. She's 26, man. She's not ancient. Look, Devin's 46. She ain't having kids anytime soon. She's just not. That's just how it is. That's all there is to it. But Pearl is only 26, Ethan. And you can see now he's da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'll tell you something else. You like being in the foreground, which is not good for traditional marriages. I mean, you're looking for someone who wants to build a home. You don't know how to cook either.
I don't expect to be with like.
See that? You don't know how to cook either. How do you know?
A high value guy. I think that's silly.
Okay. What's your
like when I think of high value, I think of like top 5% of men.
So what value do you think you'll be settling on in your own personal life?
What value will I be settling on in my
what man do you think is reasonable for you to pursue?
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
I think that's a bit of a inappropriate question. But
that's interesting because you spend like all day talking about this stuff. I find that it's really interesting to have you put this analysis into use. Why is it?
The way you're framing,
Ethan. Yeah.
The way you're framing the question is a bit disingenuous. I think most women, and
how is it disingenuous?
Jesus fuck, dude.
Yeah, I think it's a bit disingenuous.
Why?
Okay.
Why? Why is it disingenuous? I'm analyzing your viability by your own.
No, man, you're trying to make her look stupid, Ethan. You're trying to make her look stupid. You took this entire pathway. Pearl is 26. According to her, if she were to find a man, then he would be a loser. That question does not make any sense. That's the problem. That's why it's disingenuous, because he's not really interested in the answer. He's not. How do you not look at the guy you're with as a loser? That's not a question. That is a rhetorical question designed to make the person answering the question look stupid. And Truchino 13 says now he's getting personal. Like, come on, Ethan, this is ridiculous.
Metrics, which you do all day to other women and men. Why is that disingenuous?
I don't. Okay.
Like, I think it's fair to say, because we're talking to women about expectations and men about expectations based on their value. I think it's fair to say, okay, well, what's your value of man you're looking for based on your own?
What's my value to a guy that I'm looking for?
No. What value of man?
I wish, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I wish I was a virgin. You know, I should have waited.
No.
Like, I don't know what. Like, I don't. You know, most guys don't expect that in 2023. Unfortunately, I think men adapt to the market. But I think to say that you should just sleep around is a bit silly.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking.
Well, yeah, you were saying that, like, that more partners is good. I think that's a bit silly.
Okay,
I think
hold on.
it's
I'm
silly
talking
to
about
say
you,
like
Pearl. I'm talking about you. Your value by your own metrics is going to be not super high.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, it's higher than it was 5 years ago.
But it's not even just the age thing. It's like you.
Ethan, she's 26. She's 26 and attractive and not a hoe. How many 26 attractive women do you know that aren't hoes, Ethan?
Who are working? You're in the foreground. You don't know how to cook. These are not good things for your scorecard.
Hey, I'm pretty good now. I've gotten.
You have a
cook.
Okay, good. You're working towards it, but unfortunately, as you age, those things are going to bounce out.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like you start in a certain place in life, but all you can do is improve and get better.
That's interesting. I agree. So, what is the point of telling people that they're?
Because a lot of times we're lied to. We're not even told what men want. Being told that men want younger women is like crazy, even though that's
not true, by the way. That's not true.
Here he goes. That's not true, by the way. Men like younger women. Men like younger women. How is that not true?
Don't want younger women. They want, okay, who's hotter? A 50-year-old is equally as hot as a 20-year-old, just based on looks and nothing else.
So, yeah, it could be. I mean, it could be.
It could be. See? There it is. See that? He said a 50-year-old, could a 50-year-old be hotter than a 20-year-old? Yeah, sure. If the 20-year-old is obese.
But, like, how do you meet a guy that you respect? Because he's settling on you. Don't you see that there's a paradox here?
I mean, if you respect men, you don't, like...
But how are you going to settle for a low-value man? Because, like, that is...
Who said that she's going to settle for a low-value man, Ethan? Like, dude, this is...
Like, dude, come on.
A low-value man.
A low-value man?
I think if you get married, you're lucky to get married. That's my opinion.
Okay.
So I would feel very lucky.
What he's trying to do... See, what Ethan is doing here, he's just bullying her. He's pushing her around. He's pushing her around, and he's using this very weaselly... I'm talking about you, Pearl. No. You're trying to get personal. What you're trying to say is that what you talk about means that you're going to be with a low-value man. She never said that she's going to be with a low-value man.
If I was married, I would feel...
So you'll take anything?
What?
No, I won't take anything. It's a bit silly.
Your standards are
I
quite
didn't
low.
say.
Oh my
That's not what I
God. Do you see this? So you'll take anything. That's not what she said. Oh, okay. So your standards are pretty low. Ethan, what?
But,
You
okay.
said I'll be happy if I get married. I don't, you know what I mean? Hey,
Yeah, I
anybody
didn't say
marries me
to
would be
any,
great.
I didn't say to anyone.
Got
How
her.
would you- So,
Right.
where's your value as a woman? Would you say, like on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh my
I give myself
God.
like a 5.
A 5? Yeah, that's fair. I think. I mean, based on your metric, I'm not saying one way or the other. So we're looking
Yeah,
for.
I think I'm a 5. So
So you're saying that all men want to have sex with younger women. This is kind of interesting data, but are you aware that the MILF category is like the most popular? It was the #1 most searched term in 2018. MILF.
Yes, that's because, you see, Ethan, masturbation to watching sex has nothing to do with starting a family. It has nothing. Yes, the MILF category. Okay, just because it gets the most clicks doesn't mean that's what men are looking for. Like, seriously. See, because men, we understand the difference between the kind of women we want and the kind of women we need, right? Yes, we all like the idea of a MILF, not to start a fucking family with, right? And I'm not, and again, I'm speaking for most guys. I'm not special. I've never wanted kids. That's just not how I roll. If I wanted kids, I would not be with Devin. I knew when I met her that there would be no child discussion. She was 39, I was 38. That's just how it goes, right? And I'm still waiting for you guys. I'm still waiting on you guys to call me up and tell me why I'm wrong about this. Why I'm wrong about this interview. Because at this point, it seems pretty clear that Ethan is just intent on insulting her. He wants to insult her. What he's trying to do is he's trying to get her to admit in her own words that she is a low value female and that she will settle for just anybody. That's where we are. This is not an interview, guys. This is an attack. And it's obviously an attack. Ethan came into this in bad faith, and he's going to leave this in bad faith. He's just browbeating Pearl until she says what he wants her to say, which is to make her look bad. That's really all this is.
yeah, men like to have sex with older women.
But why is it the most searched for?
Because masturbation is not the same activity as sex. Just because the outcome is the same doesn't mean the action is the same. You see, Ethan, masturbation stimulates a different part of your brain than actual sexual intercourse. Yes, it means guys like to watch MILFs getting pounded out. That doesn't mean that they want to have sex with MILFs.
Yeah, it's
They're looking for
fetish.
MILFs, and when they watch
Are
porn,
you saying porn is the same thing as marriage and relationship?
Thank
say
you.
men want to have sex with young girls. Why
Yes.
then are men
Younger
when
women. When you say young girls, it's a bit.
Okay, 22. I mean, what do you want me to say? Okay, young.
No, see that? Do you see that? He did it again with young girls. He's tried to make it sound like a pedophile. Watch.
And when they watch
Are
porn,
you saying porn is the same thing as marriage and relationships?
you say men want to have sex with young girls. Why then are men when
Younger
they're
women.
fantasizing?
When you say young girls, it's a bit.
Okay, 22. I mean, what do you want me to say? Okay,
Yeah, we want you to say fucking women. What do you want me to say? Come on, Ethan.
young women, 22-year-olds.
Hey, don't block your number. Don't block your number, bruh. If you're going to call in, don't block your number. Nice try. Nice try. You fucking cowards. Look, man. Look, you know what? I could have been a real dick and required you guys to be on camera. I could have been a real dick and required you guys to be on camera. You guys know who I am. You know what my face looks like. You probably know where I live. But you can't even let me get your phone number? You guys know who I am, where I live. You guys know my social security number. You guys know everything about me. And now that I'm opening up my phone lines, I'm not requiring you to you can tell me your name is Steve for all I know. I'm requiring you to call in. Nobody knows who you are, but you still want to block your phone number. Coward. You are a coward. You are scared. You can't even call in with your real fucking phone number? Give me a break, man. Fuck out of here. I'm not requiring anything from you. Nothing. Not your age, dude, nothing. You can give me a fake name. You are literally just a voice. You can't even show me your phone number. And the reason you don't want me to see your phone number is because you know my ass will call you the fuck back. That's my risk. That's my risk. See, you guys can get in here and comment and be all in the comments and say shit to me because you know, that's why people are bold in comments, because the names aren't the names, right? You're just hiding behind an avatar. But when I tell you to get on the phone, okay, the veil comes off a little bit. You can't even show your own phone number? Fuck out of here. Nice try.
Why then are they
Dumbass.
going to Pornhub and looking up MILFs if they prefer? And this is the most searched. Wouldn't they be searching for like teen or something? 2018, yeah.
You know, men aren't that picky. You know what I mean?
No, it's not about picky. It's about
He said 2018. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that?
Why then are they going to Pornhub and looking up MILFs if they just want to, if they prefer? And this is the most searched. Wouldn't they be searching for like teen or something? 2018, yeah.
You know,
2018. Did you see that? He said 2018, yeah, and then covered his head. So he's quoting a stat that's 5 years old. Yeah, Dr. Durden says MILF is not MILM. Right. MILF stands for Mom I'd Like to Fuck, not Mom I'd Like to Marry. It's not the milk category. Mom I'd like to commit to. Fuck you.
men aren't that picky. You know what I mean?
No, it's not about picky. It's about preference. They look for the milk.
Okay, so I have a question. Why do you think like the number one, like they swipe right on younger women?
That's
Do you think it's equal, an 18 or 22-year-old versus a 50-year-old woman in terms of looks? No, I'm asking, do you think it's equal? Are you equally attracted to the average 55-year-old versus 22-year-old?
There it is.
I would be more equally attracted to someone closer to my age where I am in life, I think.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. See? Here we go. See?
Stop the cap.
I would be more attracted to a woman closer to my age. Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that. Dude, I see girls I'm more attracted to Devin all the time. All the time. I work with a couple of them too. It is what it is. I'm not gonna make my necessity a virtue. Okay? Devin's my fiance, soon to be my wife. Right? I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, you know, look, I like 46. No. No. If I had my choice, I would put Devin's brain in Devin's body 20 years ago. But I'm not Dr. Frankenstein or whatever, so that I guess I have to settle. I guess I have to settle for a 46-year-old with the body of literally a porn star. No need to feel sorry for me though. Don't have to shed any tears.
Okay. Yeah, I would say.
But this dude would have us believe that because he's not with a younger woman that he's not attracted to them. Stop it, Ethan.
Like minus 5 years.
Yeah, but younger typically. Not older.
Well, I mean,
It's
plus or
interesting
minus
you said
5
that.
years.
Younger.
Plus or
Yeah,
minus.
younger. Right.
Plus or minus 5
Okay,
years.
you said younger first, but
I'm telling you, plus or minus.
okay.
There's no take backsies. No take back.
No take backsies, Ethan, because you wouldn't give her no take backsies. See, he said something and says, well, no, I'm going to switch it back. No, bruh, you said younger women first. See that? You see that? Oh, now it's all cutesy, hee, no take backsies. No, bro. There are no take backsies when you're talking about what you biologically... Listen, your biological hard drive is what it is. It is what it is.
You said younger. Yeah, but so how do you explain that?
Most women.
Bruh. See? He tried to... See? He just contradicted himself. He proved her point. Listen, he proved her point, got out of it with a little jokey, but then let's just continue talking about this. Watch. Just watch.
Marriage and relationships.
You say men want to have sex with young girls. Why then are men
Younger
when they're
women. When you say young girls, it's a bit.
Okay, 22. I mean, what do you want me to say? Okay, young women, 22-year-olds. Why then are they going to Pornhub and looking up MILFs if they just want to, if they prefer? And this is the most searched. Wouldn't they be searching for like teen or something? 2018, yeah.
You know, men aren't
2018, yeah. Yeah, 5-year-old stat. Got it.
that picky. You know what I mean?
No, it's not about picky. It's about preference. They look for the milk.
Okay, so I have a question. Why do you think like the number one, like they swipe right on younger women?
That's
Do you
just the thing
think
you said.
do you think it's equal, an 18 or 22-year-old versus a 50-year-old woman in
I
terms
don't-
of looks? No, I'm asking, do you think it's equal? Are you equally attracted to the average 55-year-old versus 22-year-old?
I would be more equally attracted to someone closer to my age where I am in life, I think.
By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet! Dude, really?
Really, nigga?
Okay. Yeah, I would
Maybe
say.
like minus 5 years.
Yeah, but
He said maybe at minus 5 years. There it was. Did you hear what he said? That's the truth coming out. Watch this again. I would be more attracted to a woman who is my age, maybe minus 5 years. Watch.
Attracted to someone closer to my age where I am in life, I think.
okay. Yeah, I would
Maybe
say.
like minus 5 years.
Maybe at minus 5 years. He said that. He said that. He let that slip, y'all.
Yeah, but younger typically.
Typically.
Not older.
Well, I mean,
It's
plus or
interesting
minus
you said
5
that.
years.
Younger.
Plus or
yeah,
minus.
younger. Right.
Plus or minus 5
Okay,
years.
you said younger first, but
I'm telling you, plus or minus.
okay.
There's no take backsies.
No, Ethan, there are no take backsies, fam. You said it. You said minus 5 years. Do you see, guys, do you see? Even when this guy is doing his level best to refute the red pill, look, man, biology is not red pill. It's not, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Take backs. You said younger. Yeah, but so why, how do you explain that?
Most women want to date 5 to 7 years older. I think men go like 5 years younger.
Is there any way to explain why MILF is the most searched category?
Guys like to watch, a hot mom have sex. Yeah.
More than a young girl have sex, apparently.
Are they the top porn stars? Because I thought those were younger women. I thought it was like The ones that, I mean, I don't actually watch that stuff, so I don't know.
I don't know the stats, but I'm just telling you based on search. That people are
Oh, I don't know the stats, but it's based on search. I'm sorry. The search that you're talking about is a statistic.
looking up MILF way more than teen and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So that is interesting, though.
Do you think it's better for a woman to get married at 35 than 22?
I think it's neutral. I think it depends on a lot of things. I do think
He's a fence sitter. Yeah, he's not. Ethan's not going to take a stand here, guys. He's not going to take a stand. He's just like Abin Preach. He's just like Destiny. We don't know what they believe. Actually, we do know what they believe. They believe whatever Google AdSense pays them to believe. That's what he believes. He believes in whatever Google AdSense tells him to believe. That's why he can't say one way or the other. Suffix Finest on the Rumble side says, can't wait to see Ethan running to the red pill when his ugly wife dumps him. I don't know. I mean, is she gonna find somebody that has the kind of money that Ethan does? I don't know. We'll see.
Women who get married young have a higher rate of divorce.
Yeah, it's like below the age of like 21 or 18 or something. I don't remember.
So that kind of disproves your thesis, doesn't it?
Oh my God.
If younger women are getting
I would
divorced,
say
more,
overall younger is better than older.
but if
overall.
younger women are getting divorced more, and you're
The youngest, not younger.
Oh my God.
But we also wait to get married. The average age of first marriage in the UK is like 31.
yeah, but our life expectancy is like double what it was, so it's not really.
What does life expectancy have to do with marital rate, Ethan? Dude, this guy.
That doesn't change. It doesn't change biology.
Thank
so when
you.
it comes to children, like women are still the most fertile when they're younger. So I mean, we can have a cultural shift, but that doesn't change your biology.
Got him. That's it. That's it. He keeps talking about life expectancy. It's longer. Okay, that's very true. That doesn't mean that younger women aren't still more fertile and attractive. This is crazy. Suffix Finest says she is not. She is older with 2 kids, not attractive, but Ethan's dumbass did not get a pre. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Well, we have a scientific shift too. We have methods of making it easier for older women to have babies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like the cultural shift is
You're talking
matching the
about IVF?
scientific.
You're talking about-
It's not just IVF. There's
Okay, yes, but a man doesn't look. A man's biology doesn't say, ooh, she's hot. But wait a minute. She's too old to have natural children, but we can have IVF. Oh, yeah. No. No, that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. Number one. Number two, if an older woman is attractive enough for a high-value man to actually want to have sex with him, do you think she's going to put her body through a pregnancy? Or better yet, another pregnancy? Because listen, let's not be disingenuous. There are some women who are in their 30s and 40s who have managed to lock down a high-value man. Jeannie Mai. She got married to Jadakiss. I think she was like 38, 39 years old. Okay. There is the exception to the rule, but Jeannie Mai looks good. Jeannie Mai is fucking hot. One of the hottest fucking 40 women in their 40s I've ever seen. Right? And Jadakiss probably has his side bitches, but Jeannie Mai's cool with that. Hey, he comes home to me every night. I got the G-Wagon in the parking lot. I'm living in his house. I'm the one making his food.
There's fertility treatments you can get. I've done it with my wife. It's less invasive. It's like taking hormones and stuff. And so the
I
science.
can pull up the numbers, but the majority of IVF fails, especially over a certain age. I can pull it up. But so I think it's expensive too. It's like the average IVF is like $30,000.
Yeah, most fertility treatments isn't IVF. There's less invasive, less impactful, less expensive things that you can do that are really effective.
Right.
Then why don't women just do those, Ethan? Why don't women just do those?
I mean, you can, but again, most people are living paycheck to paycheck. They can't afford a bunch of fertility treatments.
There you go.
Like I think that's easy for you to do, right? You're in a great position.
It should
in
be
life.
free, I
Average,
agree.
but no, I don't think that you should pay for other people's decisions. I think if you want to make the decision, you should pay for it. But I just think that's an easy thing for you to say when you're in you do such great numbers. I'm sure you do really well income wise.
Thank you for saying that.
He said thank you for saying that. He said thank you for saying that. Now he recognizes, see, at the beginning, Ethan was being very disingenuous when he's like, oh, you become successful and thank you for making the time. That was all just to soften Pearl up. That was all just to throw Pearl off the scent that this was going to be a combative interview. And again, if you guys disagree, 516-387-1987, 516-387-1987. I do not want to talk to you if you agree with my assessment. I want to talk to you if you have a disagreement.
We shouldn't pay for what other people do. Should we pay for prisoners or should we execute them all?
Oh my God, Jesus.
Those are my only options.
Well, we shouldn't pay
It's
for.
either pay for prison or execute them.
Okay, right. That's
Either
extreme.
the two.
In a sense, though, I'm trying to make it like a somewhat.
That's a tough question.
Well, prisoners cost on average like $30,000 a year for the average prisoner.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or even more now, probably like 40, 45.
dude, Listen, I'm more than willing to pay taxes for prisoners. I am willing to pay. I do not have a problem with my tax dollars going to house prisoners. I do, however, have a problem with my tax dollars paying for women's irresponsible reproductive choices. There is a big difference between paying for a baby mama and paying for a violent criminal to stay off the streets.
Close to 70,000 or something like that?
70,000?
Let me look it up. I'll look it up.
That's crazy, because IVF is obviously way cheaper than that.
IVF is way cheaper than that. So what do you want us to pay for prisoners and IVF? Because if we pay for IVF, Ethan, you do realize that they're not going to say, well, because now taxes are allocated towards IVF treatment for older women, we're now going to just completely scrap the whole budget for prison. This is why we know Ethan's not too bright. This is why we know he's not too bright. He is saying things being fed to him. And again, the reason why he can't go any longer than that is because because it did not originate with him. All right, 516-387-1987, 516-387-1987. Let us go to Jared in Maryland. Jared, okay, so you're on Live with Donovan. What is your disagreement with what I'm saying today?
Bro, why do you keep simping for this? Like, just stop it. Like, are you serious right now?
Well, allow me to answer.
Well, hold on. Divorce besides one-sided abuse. So if your wife were to fuck another nigga, you wouldn't get a divorce?
Of course you
just
would.
Skipped right over that, like it didn't
whoa. Okay, hold on, Jared. Listen, this is a good discourse. I like your spirit, but you have to let me answer the question. Number one, I'm not simping for anybody, okay? The definition of a simp is a man giving an undeserving woman access to his time, energy, attention, and resources. Pearl lives across the pond, and defending my friend is not simping. I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's just the truth. Now, as far as the divorce is concerned, she said that she wants divorce to be illegal. Now, you're trying to make it sound like I agree with that. I don't agree with that. Divorce should never be illegal. Hold on. Hey, whoa. Jared, I let you talk, you're going to let me talk. I'll let you respond, but you need to shut the fuck up while I talk. You understand? Do you understand? Oh, so you're just not going to acknowledge? All right, bet. Well, thank you very much. You're not going to sit here and make it seem like I was the one that endorsed illegal divorce. If my wife goes and fucks another nigga, Jared, of course I'm getting a divorce. The fuck are you talking about? Now you can respond.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you should have dived into that point a little bit more. You just skipped right over it.
What should I have said?
Excuses we're talking
Hold
about.
on.
She has a team. She should have known that before she even got on.
Okay. Yeah, listen, you're right. She should have known he had it. Jared.
What was that other dumbass shit she said?
Well, hold on. Let's go back to the divorce thing, okay? The wife cheating, that never came up. The only thing that came up as an exception for the divorce, as far as Pearl Davis was concerned, is if it's one-sided domestic abuse. Again, I'm going to go on record and saying if divorce were illegal, I think one of the exceptions should be if your wife fucks another nigga, yes, divorce her. Now, the other dumbass shit she said. Please respond.
She said ban women should not be voting. Ban all women from voting. Like, what the fuck?
Listen, I don't agree with that.
Agree with that shit?
No, I do disagree with that. The reason why and here's the thing, Jared. Divorce is not going to be. Jared, allow me to answer the question. I didn't cut you off. Please don't cut me off. I don't agree that women should not vote. That's point blank, period. I disagree with Pearl in that regard. I'm not going to defend her on that. I never have, and I never will. I understand why she doesn't want women to vote. I think that's silly. Keep going, please.
And everybody knows, like everybody in the chat knows, the one person everybody hates is a fucking hypocrite. You talking about a modern woman that moved overseas to start a career telling other people not to be modern women? Are we serious right now? And people watch this shit like it's something good to see? Like, I'm perplexed. I'm perplexed.
No, Jared, you're just jealous.
Nah, bro. Come on, bro.
Come on is not. Come on.
She's cosplaying. Is this really jealousy? I'm not a content creator. I'm just seeing for what it is.
How is Pearl a hypocrite? What's the why is Pearl a hypocrite?
Her on YouTube.
Wait, say that again.
You're the only person defending her on YouTube. I'm just saying, like.
What's that have to do with what? What does me defending her on YouTube have to do with her? Give me hold. Jared, you're being very emotional right now. Okay, I need you to calm down.
These are facts. Where's her man at?
I need you to calm down, Jared. I need you to answer my question. Answer my question. You said
facts.
you would. Okay, fine. So defend your facts. You said she's a hypocrite. Why is she a hypocrite?
Bro, she's a modern woman. She's exactly what she criticizes.
Okay, does she sleep around?
Bro, she's a
Does she? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
Well, okay. Well, then, Jared. Well, there's your problem. You don't know. But you claim not to give a fuck. Yet you're crying to me about a woman who doesn't know you on another man's podcast. Now, who's the hypocrite? Come on, Jared. She admits that she admits, of course, you clearly, hey, Jared, I'll tell you what, you clearly get a lot, you clearly, yo, bitch, nigga, you, listen, now I'm going to mute you, see, because now you're just throwing ad homs. I'm going to ask you one more time, Jared, and I need a solid answer from you. I will let you respond, but you have to tell me. See, I'm not going to allow you to come on here and make these accusations and not substantiate your claim. If you honestly believe she's a hypocrite, I will sit back and I will listen to the reasons why you think she's a hypocrite. But you have to give me the reasons why you think she's a hypocrite. You said that she's a modern woman. Pearl has admitted to being a modern woman. Pearl is not a virgin. Pearl does not sleep around. Yes, she is a career woman. She says, hey, look, it's going to be tough for me out here in the dating world. She never separates herself from her audience. So I'm going to ask you one more time, Jared, why you think Pearl is a hypocrite.
Are you serious? Like, I just explained it. Bro, Jared, shit, damn it. Jared, call back. I need you to call back. I need you to call back, Jared. Because I need you to answer the question. You're very emotional right now. Let us go to Osway and Cali. Osway and Cali, you're on live at Donovan. What's your disagreement?
Hey, sir. Name's Josue. Sorry.
No, that's all right. Oh, Sway. Okay, I got you. All right, so what's your disagreement?
Not really disagreeing, bro, because to be honest with you, I saw the whole thing, and it was rough to watch, but Pearl did win in the end. I just wanted to play devil's advocate for a bit, you know.
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
Because the thing is that in the end, and I agree with Pearl getting off the show, because she was set up from the very beginning. He wasn't going to be honest. He wasn't going to play by his own rules, because let's be honest, he was cheating oftentimes. Looking at his laptop, having the crew feed him information direct, she was going to lose regardless. She was like a lamb being taken to the slaughterhouse. She was going to lose.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
So getting off was the best thing she could do. But in hindsight, her walking off, how is that not losing?
So you said she walked off the podcast?
Sorry, yeah, she got off. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's okay. How is that not losing? I don't know. That's a good point. If she did, I guess I think they call that rage quit.
Yeah.
Okay, rage quit. Okay, hang on.
It's the new trendy thing to call it, like rage quitting, like, oh, this, rage quit.
No, I got you. So I'm gonna look up the podcast here. Just give me a second. Now, if I were her, I would not have. I would actually have to watch because I try to watch these things in real time. But if she did, I don't know how long this was, but wait a minute, I got it right here on the screen. Yeah, 3.5 hours. So 3 hours, 3 hours and 3 hours and 22 minutes. How did she not lose the debate? I think that it was definitely not a good look. I will tell you that. If I were Pearl, and again, I haven't watched it, but if I were Pearl, I probably just would have said, Mr. Klein, I appreciate your allowing me onto your platform. It's really late here. It's been 3.5 hours. We can do this again another time. But listen, it's 5 o'clock in the morning here or whatever it is in England. I bid you farewell. That would have been a much better look. But we're all sitting here watching her getting browbeaten by Ethan and his entire team. And Jared's right. Yeah. Jared's right. Pearl should have known that it was going to be her against the entire crew. That does not make Ethan look any better. It was Pearl against 4 guys. So if somebody So if somebody jumped me outside well, Donovan, you should have known they were going to have 4 dudes. I just don't see the logic in that. I'll give you the last word.
No, it was just, I just saw it, and I was just thinking, I'm like, oh my God, dude, thank God they're not in the same room, because his voice is just annoying. But it just reminded me of the whole Rollo versus Ruslan debate, and here's the funny thing, I'm Christian, and I don't even think Ruslan won that one. I think he was just being a coward the entire time, and he was being very deceptive with his tactics. And the thing is that, like, hats off to Rollo, because Rollo straight up said from the very beginning, this is not a debate, this is not a debate, this is not a debate. And the reason why he said that was because he didn't want him to look bad, because going into it, he realized, oh, this kid is going to play dirty.
Yep.
And regardless of what happens, this kid's going to look bad. So he kept saying it's not a debate. And then you have Ruslan, like, no offense to him, but he goes on to the Sauce, shouts out to Adam. Mm-hmm. He goes on the Sauce podcast and says, oh, I won that debate. I'm like, okay, that's it. And then I start calling him out, and I start saying, you didn't win the debate. You lost. Even when you had the information being fed to you through your, the Apple Watch, you still lost. Rollo still would have taken that. And that's my thing. And to all the guys out there that listen to your show that are Christian guys, if he really is as much of a Christian as he claims to be, we need to be held up to a higher standard, because that was foolish on Ruslan's behalf. Because here's the thing, if we truly believe in biblical truth, the truth will stand for itself. We don't need to defend it or anything, it's just true. And props to Rollo and props to you, G, because listening to your show has helped me improve my life in little subtle ways that actually has gone very long, and has helped me really clamp down on a lot of things.
Good.
So thanks, bro.
No problem at all. And I'll say this last thing. I'm not too familiar with Ruslan. I remember I watched one debate that he was... Oh, okay. All right. I don't want to. Okay. All right. Well, never mind. I watched the debate between him and the lead attorney, and the lead attorney absolutely chewed him up and spit him out. And I'm like, I understand this guy wants to be a good guy, but he really just seems like a glorified virtue signaler. That's just my opinion. So.
Oh, he is, because the thing is that just watching that, because even because I went through a painful separation as a kid, and being Christian and stuff, God was like debating like my whole existence, like, God, this isn't supposed to happen to us. Like, let it happen to the pagans and the heathens, not to us.
Right.
But then as I grew up and I started to understand more and more, and I started to see, divorce has been documented ever since the beginning of the Bible and stuff. And then I started to really research and stuff. And I started looking up stats of the church. Like, is the church really a safe haven? And no, the church stats of divorce are catching up to the secular world.
Right. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? Yeah, of course. Of course. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then not only that, but then because I recently moved here from Mexico. Originally, I was over there, and over there, life is totally different.
Well, I appreciate your call, Osway. I'm sorry. How do you pronounce that? Is it Os?
Josue.
Josue. Osway.
Josue.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Thank you very much for the call, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, big bro.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree with Osway, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But I agree with Oshay that it was not a good look for Pearl to have stormed out. Right? Like, if you stormed out, if you rage quit, that's a bad look. That doesn't mean that she didn't have a reason to rage quit, right? Oh, she rage quit. Well, if Ethan, there's Jared. If Ethan is being disrespectful, then yeah, that would push somebody to it. Jared. Okay, Jared, yeah, you're back on. I don't know if that was on your end or my end, but I'll go ahead and let you finish your thought.
Yeah, we cut off.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, and that's not even when we get into the slavery, where she got owned on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, she got owned. That's all I was trying to say to you. And then when I was talking about the hypocrite, like, she's exactly what she criticizes. How is that not a hypocrite?
She's exactly what she criticized.
Shouldn't you be busy fighting a man if you believed what you said? Like, why are you on a podcast if you were truly a traditional woman? Why are you in the limelight? All these trad-con feminists that are in the limelight, they're fake. They're fucking frauds.
Okay, hold on, Jared. Let me. Okay, Jared. Okay, let me address what you said. Yes, Pearl is a modern woman. Guess what? My woman is a modern woman. All women are modern women, Jared. Now, the difference between a modern woman of potential quality and a modern woman of bad quality is that modern women indulge in these kinds of things. The sleeping around, the career woman, etc., etc., etc. Pearl admits, I am a modern woman. I am more attracted to the bad boys than the good guys. I am not a virgin. Why do you think she started wife school? She started wife school, Jared, because she wanted to help herself. So if in your eyes that makes her a hypocrite, that's fine. But that's not going to take away her 1.5 million subscribers, no matter what you or anybody else thinks.
But clout doesn't equal intelligence.
You're right. Clout doesn't equal intelligence all the time. But who else do you know that got 1.5 million subscribers over a year's time? You see, Jared, this is hard to do.
My school has 17 subscribers.
Bruh, you're talking about wife school. Jared, what are you laughing for? She has 1.5 million subscribers on one channel and almost 500,000 on the other. You cannot be stupid and accidentally get 1.5 million subscribers. So again,
most of those subscribers are from shorts. The videos ain't even doing too good. Let's go.
Are you kidding me? 1.5. So the reason why she got 1.5 million subscribers is because of the shorts. Let's just say, hold on, Jared, I need you to let me finish. Let's say Jared, I'm going to listen, we can talk about this, but you've got to stop cutting me off. So you're telling me, that's all right. You're telling me that her 1.5 million subscribers is just because of shorts. This is why what you just said is
some of it.
Okay, well, either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how she got the subs, bruh. The fact is that she has them. The Fresh and Fit podcast always has 1.5 million subscribers. Those are mainly off shorts and lives. So if you're going to try to tell me that, hold on, Jared, I need you to let me finish talking and I will give you the floor. People like you trying to find a reason to disqualify her success. You're telling me that the 1.5 million subscribers doesn't count for anything because they came off short. That is as dumb as telling me, Donovan, you hit 400 in a whole Major League Baseball season. Yeah, but all of his hits were singles and doubles. That doesn't take away the fact that he just broke a 135-year-old record set by Ted Williams. I hit 400. Regardless of how I did it, I got there. Pearl's at 1.5 million subscribers and counting. And just because she didn't do it the way you pretend that you wanted her to do it does not take away from her success. I'll give you the last word.
No, the reason why I brought up the shorts is because, shorts are for 60 seconds. Just because somebody watches you for 60 seconds don't mean they're willing to watch you for an entire live stream. That's why your live stream views aren't consistent. 48K, 29K in 2 days, 54 in 5 days, 30K in 6 days.
She still has 1.5 million subscribers. And Jared, what you are trying to do is you're trying to disqualify her success.
Was 10 days ago.
Like you're sitting here going through the YouTube analytics except for the one that matters. Why are you laughing, Jared? Why are you laughing? What is funny about a nigga like you calling in and talking about some white girl? You know what? If you had such a problem, why didn't you call into Obsidian's chat? Huh? Why didn't you call in then? I'll tell you. No, you know what, Jared? I'll tell you what. No. Hold on, Jared. I'm gonna tell you what. No, bro. No, this is my show, goddammit. So I'm gonna tell you what. I got your phone number right here. You want to know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get Pearl to come on here with you. Would you like an opportunity to talk to Pearl one-on-one? Because I can make that happen.
Hell no, I want to talk to that.
Why? You don't want to. So you want to talk a bunch of shit? Hey, Jared, that's the problem, nigga. You see, that's the problem with you and other niggas. You're more than willing to call my show, but you're not willing to talk to Pearl. You're not willing to talk to Pearl? You're a coward-ass nigga. Yeah, for what? To tell... Bruh. If you want to talk all that shit about Pearl, then let's get Pearl on this motherfucker right now. What's up? Where you at? Look at him laughing. Listen to him laughing. See...
I don't care.
Look. Listen. Here's what's happening with Jared. Guys. Jared is a fucking coward. I literally just told this man that he could give Pearl a piece of his mind. For what? So let me get this straight, Jared. You're willing to talk shit about someone else, but you're not willing to confront them? Y'all, this is Niggatube. This is O'Shea. This is Jason Black. And I got to give props to Obsidian. Because he was the only one who actually brought her on and challenged people to get on the live with her. And guess what happened when Obsidian had Pearl on? It was fucking crickets. Fucking crickets. Now this ignorant ass nigga blowing up my goddamn phone lines pretending he's not goddamn jealous. I say, you know what? Let's talk to Pearl. Why would I do that? You know what? The reason why you would do that is because you're not a cowardly ass nigga. That's why. You are a coward. You want to talk shit about somebody, but then when I say, well, there she is. Dude, we're talking about a woman. This is a 26-year-old white woman who lives in another country, and you're afraid to talk to her? Fuck out of here, man.
Oh my God.
Let's continue.
So what do we do about them?
To execute or put them in. Well,
or what else? I mean, what would you do with prisoners? We're spending $45,000 a year. What do we do with them?
Yeah, the average is it looks like 45,000.
45,000. IVF probably costs like 10,000.
I mean, what are they in prison for? I don't know much about. It's kind of a different, topic, but
I don't even know why that matters.
It's the same amount of money.
Rapists we can execute, and murderers. Yeah, we can. The rest, I don't really know. I don't have a strong opinion.
Well,
But
IVF,
in general,
$10,000.
but I guess prison would make a bit more sense because you want a safe society, so that's something everybody benefits from. But I don't benefit if Susie down the streets waits till she's 35 to get married.
But
and
then
decide
her family will be stronger. She's less likely to get divorced. The kids will grow up in a stable household.
I mean, or she could do that when she's younger. Like,
there we go.
And you know that. You look at the stats. Young people are more likely to get divorced. Young people don't make as much money.
Yes, Ethan, and that's the point. This is why men are walking away.
Young people have less time to spend.
What do you mean by young? So, like, I think the stat I saw was under the age of 21, but it's like above that, the divorce rate's very similar.
Do you think women under 21 should get married?
Yeah, if they want to. I think, people, I'm not forcing anyone to do anything, but I think more time you can spend with a husband rather than just like out on the...
Jared, I'm sorry. King of Life with the $5 super chat says, Jared is scared of a 6'1" Becky saying, sup. Yeah. He's like, why do I want to talk to Pearl? See, people, it's really easy to talk shit about people when they're not there because there's no rebuttal, right? There's no rebuttal.
In the dating market, I think that's better. I think less experience is better.
So here's an interesting analysis regarding men wanting to sleep with younger women.
The top.
So I've been trying to source that figure.
Here we go.
How old is Abella Danger? How old is she?
Who? Abba. She's 27. That's pretty old in your world, isn't it?
Lana Rhodes, Riley Reid. Yeah, but that's not a MILF.
No.
And for us, it's like 18 to 28.
Lana Rhodes is 26.
26. Yeah.
Yeah,
but again, most search.
It's 18 to 28.
See, he's going right back to the search.
Just because they're the most popular doesn't mean it's the most popular category.
Also, they're 26 is over the hill, right?
I got the top categories I have is ebony, lesbian,
26 is over the hill,
22-year-old head large mainstream porn stars.
I mean, 22 versus 26. It's not that. Like we say 18.
Yeah. What about OnlyFans? Huh? What about OnlyFans? What about OnlyFans? OnlyFans are porn stars too.
18 and 28 is a woman's peak.
What is the woman's peak?
Between 18 and 28. I mean, it slowly declines after like 22 or 23. It slowly declines, but 18 to 28 is woman's peak.
Peak as in what? What does peak mean?
Peak like looks wise.
Okay, looks wise. So I've been trying. This claim that men between ages 20 and 80 want to have sex with 22-year-olds. I haven't been able to find any source for that. The only source I've been able to find is from this
Can we
book.
put the prisoners to work?
Say what?
Can we put the prisoners to work?
They already do. Yeah, they do.
Exactly
They're slaves already. They work for like 10 cents an hour.
Yeah, but only.
No, they're not slaves. They are prisoners.
It's a private corporations, by the way. It doesn't benefit you at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a good system.
You seem very knowledgeable in the prison system. I wouldn't call myself a prison expert.
Yeah, and that's fair. We don't need to. I don't expect you to be. So, in terms of sourcing, this claim that old men want to have sex with, not old men, all men want to have sex with 22-year-olds around that age. The only source for that I could find.
They find that the most attractive.
The only source for that I could find was a book called.
Can you look at what's the okay? Yeah.
He's talking about the only source I could find. How about the empirical data, Ethan? See, again, all him and his crew does is they try to find statistics that go against what she's saying. But then if if Pearl were to do the same thing, well, where are you sourcing your data from? That's all there is to it. Every single time. Okay. Let us go to Michael in North Carolina. Michael in North Carolina, you're on live at Donovan. What's your disagreement?
You definitely. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey man, I don't like you, dude. You're a dick rider, man. You know, come on now. If you look at Pearl's videos, she's not doing that good. Let me pull up her YouTube channel. Give me a second.
Okay.
Look at these 28,000 views, 30,000, 38,000. She's not doing that good, man. Okay?
How many subscribers does she have, Michael?
Fuck, shut up and listen to me when I'm talking. Be quiet.
Oh, this guy. Now you're gonna hang up, right?
No, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I defend my friends. If defending my friends makes me a dick rider in your eyes, that's fine.
Slurping.
Okay, well, go ahead. Keep going. I don't have a rebuttal for that.
She's a white woman.
Okay,
She's a white woman.
And you're a black man? Why don't you like me?
Biracial.
Why don't you like me? I'm not
Because you're a
biracial. Both
nigga.
my parents are black. Because I'm what?
You're fake. You're
Why am I
I
fake?
don't like you. You're fake.
Okay.
Look at your views. 200 views. Look at your views. Look at your YouTube channel. You're not doing that good. Destiny, he owns you. Destiny, he owns you, man.
Okay. Let me.
Look at his channel.
Okay. All right. Hang on, Michael. Let me respond.
He has more money than you. He has more money. His wife is hot.
Wait a minute. You said his wife is hot? Michael, I got news for you. His wife being hotter, it doesn't count if she lets him.
No, but your wife is old.
Okay, so check this out. 336-439-5976. 336-439-5976. 336-439-5976. You got anything to say? Yep.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah, there it is. Fuck you. Da-da-da-da-da. Hey, man, if this is the day, if this is the day that you want to call in and give me a piece of my mind, today is the day. Fuck you, man. Your wife is old. Destiny owns you. He's got more money than you. He probably does. His wife is hotter and younger. Yes, his wife is hotter and younger. But, Michael, I got news for you, man. Your wife being younger and hotter doesn't count if other dudes are smashing her. Right? Like, yes, Melina is younger and more attractive than Devin. Doesn't count if she's smashing other guys. Yeah. All right, let's continue.
The way that these numbers are sourced is pretty poor. So it's not really that high quality of a source. But I'll read you the results. It does say that men 20 to 50 find 23-year-olds most attractive. But in the same study, it says, but women that men find they're most interested in are women of their similar age.
What?
But they found the 23-year-olds the most attractive.
But not the most.
How did they source interested in and desirable?
Uh-oh.
How did they just ask them?
The whole study.
It wasn't even really a study. This was a book. And I'm sorry, this isn't what you got your statistics from, but it was the closest thing that we could find to the stats that you were laying out. And
there it is. Again, Here it is. It wasn't the stats that you got, but it was the closest. Get out of here.
Shown that 20 to 50 men, when asked who they find the most attractive, the answers generally fall in that range, 20 to 23. However, this wasn't really a study. This was a book by the CEO of OkCupid, and he was basing all this off of analyzing the raw data from OkCupid.
Analyzing the raw data from OkCupid. Analyzing the raw data from OkCupid. That to me would absolutely positively be. That would absolutely positively be the best way to gauge this.
Do you want to know
this dude
what it is?
I have no idea what that is. What the hell did that come from? Okay. I don't know where that came from, but appreciate it. Anyway. Damn, what was that? Oh, yes. Anyway. Yes. OkCupid. Dating apps, that is the absolute best source. Oh, that was Devin. Okay. Dating apps are absolutely the best source for dating preferences because people don't lie on dating apps. This is based on, are you attracted to them or not? What other data set is large enough and without bias that gives us any more accurate information? You're not surveying people on OkCupid. You're simply looking at the raw data. How is that not the best way to tackle this argument? The best way to tackle this argument, let's look what they're doing on dating apps. Most people, actually, you know what? I'll put it to you this way. I think there's something like 100 million people, I think, on dating apps, right? there's 100 million people on dating apps or something like that. And what ended up happening, is they started tracking this stuff, right? And that's the most accurate. People don't lie on dating apps. Girls can say whatever they want. Lizzo is beautiful. If you think Lizzo is beautiful, would you use her profile picture on your dating app? Would you?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Got a couple more callers here. Oh, all right. Let's go to area code 571. Area code 571. You are on Live at Donovan, and you go ahead.
Oh, man. Hey.
I'm the same person, bro.
A grenade. Femininity.
Oh, man.
Thank you to a face. Fucking fraud.
It's a no for me, dog.
Sorry about that. Let's continue.
And this was in 2014, so it was about a decade ago.
But they're most interested.
Right, and they found the same conclusion that Ethan just pointed out, that though they may find younger women more attractive, who they're interested in dating falls generally much closer to their own age.
But if you have a better source on that, I'd love to hear it, because we look.
Okay, that actually, now that makes sense. That makes sense, actually. That actually makes sense. So men are interested in dating or having sex with younger women, but when it comes to relationships, well, it really depends on your value. If you're a high value guy, listen, the higher your value, the younger, yes. The higher your value, right? The younger a woman you can possibly tame. It really does depend on your value. That's just how it goes. So I will agree with that. But that doesn't mean that most men are more attracted to younger women. That is clearly, those stats at that point are absolutely clear.
Even if you look at dating app data, like what? Because it all starts with looks for men. But I'm saying it starts with looks for men. You're not going to get in the door unless you look a certain way.
There it is.
There's some older women that right, that look good enough to get into the door, but it starts with swiping, and that starts with looks. So if they find a 22-year-old the most attractive, that's what you need to get in the door first. It's not to say that every woman over the age of 30 or 35 is like done for completely, but it's going to be a lot harder, and I think it's dishonest to say it's going to be equally as easy to date when you're 35 versus 22.
There you go. That was a very to the point. That was a very to the point.
Yeah, I didn't say that. You're saying men. Men
tend to, in general, like younger women.
Find younger women more attractive.
But not who they're interested
in. Right, but
everything starts with attraction, Ethan. If a woman doesn't look a certain way, if she's not attractive enough, then she's not getting offers. She's not getting offers from the kind of men she wants. Look, women get offers all the time. Doesn't matter how old they are. Seriously, it doesn't matter how old they are. I mean, a couple of years ago, I did a video on this Tinderella. This Tinderella, she's like 83 years old. She's like 86 now, but she's like 83 years old. Her name is Hattie. She's an 80-something-year-old Tinderella, dating like smashing young college guys. So women of all ages get offers, to be sure, but men of the higher your value is as a man, the more you can offer a woman in the way of masculinity, leadership, provisioning, frame, understanding how to handle her, your potential. Yeah, the more of those things you bring to the table, the younger a woman those men tend to be more attracted to. So that's just how it works. All right, let's continue.
It starts with looks, so you don't get into the door unless you look a certain way.
I think you're making a big generalization about all men.
Okay, do you disagree with that? You don't think it starts?
I think a lot of men have a lot of different preferences, and I think a lot of men.
There we go. I think a lot of men have a lot of different preferences. That's true, but I know redheads who are hot and redheads who are ugly. I know blonde girls who are hot and blonde girls who are ugly. I know girls with large breasts who are ugly and girls with large breasts who are attractive. I know women who have a great ass and a terrible personality. That's the way that goes. So yeah, we all have different preferences, but we don't like fat, ugly women if we don't have to be with them. The reason why men end up with fat or ugly women is because, well, a fat or ugly woman in their minds is better than no woman. Right? Okay, let's go to All right, let us go to Jack and Missouri. Jack and Missouri. Let's go to Jack in Missouri. Jack in Missouri, you're on live at Donovan. What's your question?
Hi, Donovan. Really nice to talk to you. I've been following you for a long time.
Thank you.
I was going to ask you, I was just wondering, what is your honest opinion, if you had to, why do you think people like H3 and Ethan Decline and some of these guys, why do you think what do you think their motivation is behind why they try to disprove facts? Like, what do you think their ultimate motivation is? I know we talk about some of it, but what do you think their real motivation is?
It is definitely money. It's definitely money. What the YouTube algorithm has shown over the years is that if you are an anti-red pill channel, then you will get pushed up in the algorithm. If you do a hit piece on Fresh and Fit, you get pushed in the algorithm. That's mainly the reason why Ab and Preach went after Fresh and Fit. If you go after Pearl, it gets pushed up in the algorithm. There have been a lot of guys, Jack, who have tried to come into the red pill space and be a red pill content creator. It gets tough because they get their feet put to the fire because we have a very intelligent audience, and they figure out, oh shit, this shit is hard. What's the closest? How can I make this YouTube thing pop off? I know. I'll talk shit about the red pill, and I'll get followers. Abba and Preach are afraid to step out of line because the one time they stepped out of line, they lost their YouTube partner program. They lied and said that they didn't, but they absolutely did. So the number one reason is absolutely money.
Wow, that's. Thank you for answering, man. That's actually kind of sad to talk about it.
It is. That's the way it is, man. I appreciate the call, Jack. Thank you very much. Let us go to. Hang on a second. Got a couple more calls. Hang on, area code 480. I'm going to get to you in just a second. Hang on.
Variants as well.
Ah, there we go. Never mind. All right, let's go to Steve in Phoenix. Steve in Phoenix, you're on live at Donovan, and what's your disagreement?
What's up, Donovan? Hey, so disagreement is slightly off topic. I actually think that Devin is more attractive than Melina. But hey, I know from a general standpoint, younger, blah, 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 Melina would be considered more attractive. But hey, man, thought I'd throw you off, keep you sharp, because I know you're sharp anyway. But you got you a diamond in the rough, man, and a great show. Just want to say I appreciate you. Have a good one, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Yeah. Listen, some people... well, I appreciate that. Yeah. You know, girls will be the first to tell you that looks aren't the only thing when it comes to attractiveness. And I would say that's probably true. If you were to just see at first glance Devin stand next to Melina, like, it's clear. Like, Devin is, Jesus, Melina's 24, 25. Like, Devin is over 20 years older than Melina. If you look at them, she is clearly more attractive. She is. When Devin was Melina's age, she was not as attractive as Melina. Right? So, listen, I appreciate Steve telling me that Devin is more... I don't know. I guess we have to redefine the word attractive, right? Melina she looks great, but when she opens her mouth and the things that she does, it really does. Like, Melina is, like, she is the best example of an attractive woman who becomes instantly attractive until she becomes instantly attractive when she opens her mouth. That's really what it comes down to. So that's what it is. Jared, I'm not picking up the phone for you, bruh. Like, I'm not picking up the phone for you, man. Like, I got it. You hate me. I'm a loser. I'm a fraud. My girlfriend is old. Blah, 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 blah. Like, what else you got, man? What else you got? All right, let's go.
So when you say good looks get you in the door, I mean, attraction is pretty subjective, don't you think?
No, attraction.
I think that it starts with looks for men.
And looks is pretty subjective.
I would say it's not. I would say men tend to find the same things attractive.
Beauty is objective.
Based on what?
Interesting take. Okay.
Based on what?
Jesus Christ. Oh
I would say dating app data.
There you go.
I don't know off the top of my head, Ethan.
This one from OkCupid said men are most interested in men of their own age. Or sorry, women of their own age.
But it said women. They find women the most attractive at 22, 23, right?
Yeah. But they want
interested and attracted or aroused. Those are two different things.
My argument.
They don't want to date them though. They don't want to date them.
My argument. You guys don't let me finish. Is my argument is you need looks to get in the door.
There you go.
So like,
what does that do with being
why not
22?
the most attractive? Men tend to.
What does that have to do with 22? At 22, look, Devin looks fantastic. She does. She looks good for her age. I will give her that. She looked better when she was 26, right? Now her body is more shapely than it was when she was 26. Her ass is a little tighter. Her ass is, okay, Jared finally got off. Her ass is a little tighter, right? Her legs are a lot more muscular. Her tits are way bigger. But she looked better at 26. Like, let's not cast any false aspersions there.
Younger women more attractive.
Mike the Supreme says Melina won't age as well as Devin. No, of course not. Of course not.
I think
Dude, when you do drugs and poop in the forest, yeah, you're not going to age well.
Really?
I think it's like dishonest to say. Do you really think it's equally as easy to date for a woman at 35 versus 22?
Again, nobody said that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's harder for the 35-year-old in general?
I think there's less options as you get older.
Yeah, of course.
For men too. For men too.
Less. No, not for men too. See? Do you see this? Do you see this? For men too. Oh no. No. Dating got a lot easier for me when I hit my mid-30s. Oh, let me tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for both
Yeah, but
partners.
do you think it's equal? Do you think men have less options equally as much as women?
As they get older?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, who fucking knows?
No, no, I'm asking your opinion.
Oh, now it matters. You're
asking my opinion? My opinion is that it's probably similar. Probably similar.
If women, yeah, see, I disagree because I
Based
saw
on
a
what?
different dating app that the most. No, I saw it different. I think it was either OkCupid or Plenty of Fish. I can't remember which one, but it was like the most swiped right on age for women was 18, and the most swiped right on age
Well,
for
that's
men
just
was
volume, dude. I mean, there's way more younger people on dating apps than older people. Like, if you look at age
Well, I mean,
distribution,
you
it'd be the
could-
vast majority of younger people.
Do you see how he disqualifies? Do you see how he disqualifies all of her statistics that come straight from dating apps? Like, you cannot refute the statistics of dating apps. If men are swiping right at a higher rate on younger women than older women, this means younger women are more attractive. I don't know how else she can explain this.
Well, and when I asked men what age they prefer to date, I think it was like 5 to 7, like 5 years younger was the average, and women it was 5 to 7 years older. So even if we just go off of women's preferences, like men would have more options when they get older because women want older men.
That's all just, you're just saying stuff. I mean, you're just saying stuff based on what you think is real. I don't think any of
What?
that is necessarily true.
I mean, I could find it. I mean, I don't have like a team like you guys have.
Yeah, but well, you
No,
say this
but-
stuff all the time on your show, so I would expect you to be somewhat familiar with the.
I mean, it just depends on, like, sometimes you forget which one.
Sure.
You know.
Not only that, they said beauty is subjective, but now she's trying to say it depends, but you should know this stuff.
You want
This
to know a couple
is...
it could be from?
Give me a second, I'll find it.
Now, again, this is where Pearl is taking an L. If you're going to cite something, you have to be able to remember where you found it. You got to be able to remember where you found it. So this is debate 101 lesson for Pearl for sure. I will readily admit that she absolutely should be a little more prepared here.
Did you know that the number 5 porn star of all time is Lisa Ann? She's 51 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy Love is number 8. She's 50. Men, they like MILFs, man. Men like MILFs. They like experienced women that know what they're doing. They like men like that.
No, they like watching and masturbating to MILFs.
Do you think that men want that for relationships?
Do you think men want to date a child for relationships? Because they're more.
Oh, see, here we go. Did you see that? She just beat him on that argument. There it is. Do you think men want to be in relationships with 51-year-olds? Right? And he comes back, do you think men want to be in relationships with children? Don't do that. Do you see what he's doing? Now all of a sudden, men are pedophiles for wanting younger women. Now men are pedophiles for wanting younger women. Mike Ray with the $20 super chat says, thank you for the amazing content. Day after day, Donovan, your content is much appreciated. Thank you. Lily Zero with the $5 super chat. When going to the groceries, everyone always goes for the ripe fruits and vegetables. We all want the best. There you go. That's a very good, yeah. Panda Trucker, $10, says, Jared just dealing with red pill rage and probably a micropenis. I don't know.
Do you think that men want that for relationships?
Do you think men want to date a child for relationships?
No, we don't want to date children, Ethan. That would be illegal. Dating children is illegal, Ethan.
Because they're more attractive
I think men prefer younger women in general.
in relationships.
Yes.
That's just, I'm sorry, but that's not even backed up by your own data. It says
I
men are
would
more
say younger than them, typically.
younger than them. That's a different. That's not men want to date 22-year-olds. A 50-year-old.
They're the most attracted to 22-year-old, and looks gets you in the door.
There you go.
Just gets you in the door. That's just step one.
You're saying different
Ethan, who's debating here? You or your team?
things. In this culture, if a man is walking around with a 22-year-old, people are going to think that's weird. People think it's weird.
People don't think it's weird. Dude, Al Pacino just had a fucking baby. The guy is 174 years old. The only people who think that's weird are the older women who can no longer pull men like him.
It says 2 out of the 5 top porn stars in Pornhub are 23 and under, and all of the people that you're listing started young.
They're old now.
Yeah, they built their fan base.
I don't think it really works that way.
But they're old. They shouldn't be.
I don't think it works that way. They're old now, which means they were younger when they entered the business. Whoever this Lisa chick or whatever, if she's 51 years old, she didn't start doing porn at 51. She probably started, I don't know for sure, but she probably started in her 20s.
I don't think it works that way. You guys are in media. You know damn well that you build a fan base.
Bro, what do you think? They're YouTubers? They're not doing Minecraft Let's Play. They're naked.
Come on.
I don't find that analysis very interesting. Apparently you don't either, because
Sweetie Fox, 22.
Yeah, there's porn stars who are 22.
Yeah, of course.
The majority are younger.
Yep, not the popular ones.
See, everything, she's got the stats right in front of her. She's got the stats right in front of her, and they're refuting the stats in front of her.
The most popular ones are younger. The most popular ones are younger.
They're like in late 20s, you know.
My dog's barking. 1 second. Sorry, I let her outside. It's kind of hot in here.
I want to ask you.
The number 1 porn star is 23.
Who?
It's either, let me see, it's Eva.
Who's the number 1?
I just don't think it
the
really.
number 1
refutes
porn
either
star on
point.
Pornhub is 23.
Who?
Eva Elfie is 23.
She's not number 1.
What I'm saying is number 1.
Ah, see that? She's not number 1. That's not what I'm seeing. Do you see? Do you see? Anybody can find any statistic to refute the other statistic. And they say the number 1 porn star. Based on what? Based on views? Based on search? Come on. Gregios says, I think Prawn has broken his mind. His whole worldview is centered around Prawn. Yeah, that's what I think. That's why he thinks older women are more attractive.
But even if that's true, I don't think that refutes anything. It's possible that number 1 is 23. But
you said,
she's not number 1.
You just said that the most popular porn stars were in their 50s.
You just said it refuted it if the number 1 search was MILFs.
Right, well, it counters your argument. Okay, let's move on. There's just arguments in circles here.
See, there it is. There it is. He just lost. Fuck it. You know what? We're arguing in circles. That's the 3rd time he's done that. That's the 3rd time he's done that. He made a statement that MILFs are the most searched. Pearl decided to refute that with hard data that she collected. I don't know if that's hard or not, but then bingo. Oh, well, wait a minute. She's not. No, we're arguing in circles. Let's just move on. Translation, I lost.
I want to talk about this a little bit more. Higher body count.
Oh, God, here we go. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, let's go to Richard in Virginia. Richard in Virginia, you are on live with Donovan. What is your disagreement?
I disagree with her because she got owned, bro.
Okay, and why do you think she got owned? Richard?
She didn't have any sources to back up her information, and she was just regurgitating things.
Okay, she's looking, I don't know if you're watching right now, but they're having this porn star debate, and she's looking down at her phone where the stats are.
I know, but throughout the debate, she lacked back, man. I got to keep it a bean. She's looking kind of weak right now, man.
Okay, so give me an example. Okay, so give me an example.
Let's go to slavery. She thinks slavery is embellished because George Washington had a good relationship with his slaves. Has this bitch ever heard of Stockholm Syndrome?
I'm sure she probably has. Do you think Pearl is racist?
No. I don't think she has no capacity to be racist. I think she's a fucking stupid bitch.
Okay, well, 1.5 million people disagree with you.
You said what?
You said she's a stupid bitch. Why do you think she's a stupid bitch? Again, listen, if you have an opinion of her, that's fine. Like, if you want to think she's stupid or this or that or the other, but if you're gonna hurl an insult at her, you have to tell me why. So you think she's a stupid bitch. What about her makes you think she's a... Wait, Richard, hold on, Richard. Your connection is breaking. Okay, Richard, real quick, I'm gonna put you on hold. I gotta wait till you get to a better area. I'm not gonna hang up on you, but I gotta put you on hold because your connection's a little bad. I'll come back to you, I promise. Let's go to Marcus in New Jersey. Marcus, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, big brother?
Doing good, man. How about so?
Pretty good, man. No disagreement. What I do want to say is, at the end of the day, man, you know, you have when it comes to like the red pill, Pearl's red pill.
Yeah.
You know, she has a great opportunity as a woman to actually flourish as a woman, talk about other women and their mistakes.
Yeah, man. I think, and you know what's interesting? Pearl and I had this discussion, 6 months before she ever even blew up. And she asked me, she says, Donovan, like, if this thing really takes off like you're telling me it should, won't that make me the kind of woman that high-value men won't want to date? I said, yeah, Pearl. And she was 24 at the time. I said, look, if this thing pops, you're probably going to be closer to your 30s. You're probably going to be close to 30. Well, she is closer to 30. She's only 26. But I told her, I said, look, I mean, everything has costs. If you want to be successful in life, it's going to cost you something. And that's if you're a man or a woman. If you're a man, it's going to be sleepless nights, trial and error, humiliation, failure. For women, it's shrinking your pool of potential suitors. She knows this very clearly, and she acknowledges it.
And I think that's the biggest problem with these men that's calling and disagreeing, which is cool.
That's fine.
You know, let them try to find a formula they try to disagree on for you to like be stumbled. You know, it's not going to happen.
No.
At the end of the day, when it comes to friends, you have to defend your friends regardless.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side of that, even though you could defend your friends, they may not be defending you. But that's cool. That's life. Life goes on.
Yeah, yeah. As far as the slavery thing. Go ahead.
What you say? I'm sorry, big bro.
No, that's all right. As far as the slavery thing, I mean, you know, listen, Pearl stepped in it, man. She didn't defend slavery.
I wasn't talking about slavery per se. I'm just saying it just in general. You know, you can always defend your best friend. It doesn't matter who they are. At the end of the day, you know, they can not defend you. You know,
right.
you go 100% on a person, they give you half of it or a quarter of it. But that's life. You live and move on. I think what the problem with the guys that disagree with you on, people disagree you on, is the fact that you ride for her. You know who she is. You talk to her confidentially.
Yeah.
And they don't know that. They gonna buy off of just one video of, you know, what she's moving around. No, she's up. And the problem is that she walked out, which you just said earlier. She should have said, you know, I got an appointment, something like that, like MLD did on the SOS podcast.
And guess what? Even though they knew that, they still said MLD rage quit. So, I mean, I think what they were going to do, I think what H3's strategy, if it ends the way everybody says it is, I think they were just going to continue to browbeat her until she finally just said, guys, I gotta go. Because it's like, hold on, computer. Hold on real quick. Computer. What time is it in London?
In London, it's 8:24 p.m.
Okay, so it's 8:24 p.m. in London, which means that there is a 5-hour difference, right? And so I think the podcast was like at 10 o'clock at night. It was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and it went on for 2-3 hours. So yeah, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. She's been, basically they're using the monstering technique they used to use at Guantanamo Bay, just keeping guys awake until they finally crack and tell them what they want. They were just going to keep browbeating her and insulting her until she says, all right, guys, that's it. I got to go. I've had enough. So they could say that she rage quit. I'll give you the last word, Marcus.
Okay, no problem. I ain't gonna hold you up, man. You know, we always talk. We have a great rapport.
Of course, yes.
I'm gonna say this, man. At the end of the day, man, you my big bro. I love you, man. But when it comes to her walking out or MLD walking out, it could be rage quit. But at the end of the day, you could do what family members. You walk out and leave. You don't want to do with the BS.
Yeah.
Because you already know you're being attacked. So it's like you might as well leave. Like it's like pick your poison. Like it's like a catch-22. It's like a catch-22.
Yeah, it's like
like you walk out because you. Go ahead.
No, you're right. It's a no-win situation. You're either too tired to go on, or you are just going to sit there and take the abuse, right? Like, what is she supposed to do? Just continue to sit there and let these two guys browbeat her? No, she's like, you know what? I've had enough. I've got to go. She could have done it differently, but even if she did it completely the right way, people would still say she rage quit. That's just all there is to it.
And you're right about that, and that's what I just said. Like you're 100% right. I can't elaborate more on what you just said. It's true. Like You can do it with family.
Yes.
You
Oh,
walk
dude,
out, you go
100%.
stay and sit there. It's, you know, it's all, you know, at the end of the day, she did the right thing. She did. And the people that called and disagree on it, hey, man, that's on you, man. At the end of the day, she has 1.5 million followers on YouTube. She did it the hard way with you, with the young lady in the Midwest.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
she's living
Allie.
comfortably. She got a lot of views as well. So it's like you put women on as well, and these guys don't understand it, and they don't understand. Like, she could go live and have like over maybe like 13K followers watching her going live. And at the end of the day, with the algorithm, she had like over like 500,000 views or close to 1 million views.
Oh, wait a minute, Marcus, but her live numbers are dwindling. Okay, so her live numbers are dwindling. She's still gaining subscribers. Every time I look at it, it's 1.51, 1.52. People, at the end of the day, Marcus, and thanks for the call, people are going to look for any reason that makes them feel better about the situation. They want to sit here and pretend that Pearl is failing because her live numbers aren't that of fresh and fit. Pearl is winning, guys. She is still raking in that cash, no matter how she does it. That's just all there is to it. Okay, let's go back to Richard in Virginia. Hopefully you're in a better spot. Okay, yeah, you sound much clearer. Okay, Richard, go ahead. You can continue, please.
To make sure, I was just gonna
Oh boy, I can't hear him.
Like, I feel like you're trying to spin it away where it's disingenuous. That's
Okay.
what I'm just saying. Like, he's a hypocrite.
So give me no, listen, I hear you, Richard, but give me an example that you disagree on. You said the slavery thing. Now I agree with you, Richard. I have told Pearl time and again, you need to hold on, let me finish. I have told her time and again, look, you quote unquote stepped in shit. You need to stay away from this stuff. But guess what? She did this to herself. Now, as far as I'm concerned, she didn't say anything wrong because she was just quoting what Thomas Sowell said, right? If you want to think I'm a racist, well, hell, black people think I'm racist already as it is, but it is what it is. That doesn't make it any more right or wrong.
Tell her to disavow it. Why does she keep running when they say?
I can't hear what you said, Richard.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah.
No, that's okay, Richard. What? Okay. I'm curious, Richard. What exactly did she say about slavery that makes you think that she's possibly racist?
Right? She didn't know what she was talking about. She just talks without knowing what she's talking about. Because everything, like from Thomas Sowell, from Kevin Samuels, those are the people where she gets her talking points from.
So,
she doesn't have any original thoughts.
Okay, well, guess what? When I first started, Richard, when I first started YouTube, I took other people's thoughts. Richard, I don't know that you know this, but we all take each other's talking points and put our own little spin and flavor on it. It just seems that she's the first YouTuber to ever catch heat. We all take each other's talking points. There's not, and here's another thing. Kevin Samuels got a lot of his talking points from Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor is still out here talking about the fact that Kevin took a lot of his talking points, but people aren't going and spitting on Kevin's grave thinking, say again.
That's true, but they put on the talking point. She just stabs them and it's a bleeding, and everybody's just like, okay, what's next? And then she doesn't have anything. You expound on the talking point.
She must. Hey, listen, Richard.
Point.
Okay, I agree, but here's the thing: you don't have to subscribe to her. If you don't think she has original talking points, you don't have to watch. You don't have to subscribe. So why sit here and complain about someone that you don't watch in the first place? If you don't like what she's saying, then just don't watch her.
I'm just providing objective. She really won this debate, like you're saying she did. That's all I'm doing.
So why do you?
Another side to it. That's it's nothing personal.
No, bruh. You're bringing the side that everybody is saying. I'm the only person defending her. So you can't call here and tell me that you're bringing another side to it when literally everyone else is saying that she lost this debate. Now, I don't know whether she lost this debate or I'm not saying that she won this debate, but she damn sure didn't lose it. Everyone is saying, oh, she got roasted, she got cooked. No, she didn't. She got bullied by a team of 3 or 4 people. Was she unprepared? Absolutely. I can promise you, if she is smart, which she is, that won't happen again. I'll give you the last word, Richard.
Yo, if by 30 years old this bitch doesn't get, I want to hear a fucking YouTube video. Back.
Say that one more time. I didn't hear you.
If this bitch
Damn, I can't hear him, y'all. Richard? All right, I gotta let him go. Yeah, you got to get a better phone, man. Like this dude's got Cricket Wireless on the Obama phone. Let's continue.
2018 poll.
Richard, I'd love for you to call back so I can hear that last statement, but like you got to call me from a landline or something, dude.
Citing a 2018 poll and the 2022 numbers show that the MILF drops.
The MILF drops.
Oh. 2018 poll and the 2022 numbers show that the MILF drops.
It's top 5 most searched. Number 1 in UK, Southern Asia, Canada,
That it was 2018.
Yeah, the 2018
Yeah,
one.
I'm saying it says the 2022 one that dropped.
Oh, so men became less interested in older women in the last 5 years, I guess.
Well, this year,
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Olivia.
MILF
See,
was
here
number
he
one search
goes.
term this year in the UK, Southern Asia, Canada, and Netherlands.
Yeah.
And it was in the top 5 most searched for terms in Paris, Italy, Mexico, Spain, Poland, Ukraine, Argentina, Sweden, and Belgium this year.
All of that does not mean that men are not more attracted to younger women. You guys are talking about pornography, which is it is a different act than dating. And now this is the third person on the screen against Pearl.
Lana Rhodes is number 1, and she's 26.
There you
But
go.
whatever, who cares? Let's move on.
Okay.
But what? There it is. Well, there it is. After all that, he finally admits it. He said Lana Rhodes is 26, but who cares? No, Ethan. Who cares? You care. You just sat here and argued for the last 10 minutes on men like older women because of their pornography searches. No, that's not the way it goes. Men watch pornography for a quick, easy release. That doesn't mean they're going to swipe right on the same type of bitch. What is wrong with you?
This year in the UK, Southern Asia, Canada, and Netherlands.
Listen.
And it was in the top 5 most searched for terms in Paris, Italy, Mexico, Spain, Poland, Ukraine, Argentina, Sweden, and Belgium this year.
And Lana Rhodes is number 1, and she's 26.
And Lana Rhodes is number 1, and she's 26. Well, there it is. And now listen to what he says.
But whatever, who cares? Let's move on.
But whatever, who cares? Let's move on. See that? As soon as his point is disproven, who cares? Let's move on. I still have yet to talk to anybody who can give me a substantive reason as to why Pearl lost this debate. Like, I mean, guys are coming in and insulting her, and she's a fraud, and they're calling me names and this, and that, and the third. Okay, that's your opinion, but why did she lose the debate?
I disagree. Listen, I disagree. There's not a lot of data on this. Like, there's really no data to make a conclusion. So again, I just don't think it's fair for when you talk.
Okay, we got another call. Let's go to area code 571. Area code 571, you're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, sorry. Jared, you must think I am a dumbass. Like, you must think I'm stupid, dude. I swear to God. Swear to God.
To say, oh, science says this, data shows this, but there's no data that shows any of that. I mean, it's just, again, you feel that way. You feel
We
that.
just talked about that men find 22-year-olds the most attractive.
Yeah,
so
but
you can interpret the data differently than me. That's why we can.
It's not
interpret
really data. That was a
we
random
can
block
interpret-
from a
we
book.
Oh, see? There we go. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. That wasn't data. That was from a book that your man brought up. Your man brought this up. Watch. Oops.
So again, I just don't think it's fair for when you talk about these things to say, oh, science says this, data shows this, but there's no data that shows any of that. I mean, it's just, again, you feel that way. You feel that.
No, there's no feeling that way. She got that from the data, Ethan. She didn't say, I feel like older men like younger women. That's not what she said. She said older men like younger women and then pulled the data to substantiate that.
We just talked about that men find 22-year-olds the most attractive.
Yeah,
so
but
you can interpret the data differently than me. That's why we can.
It's not
interpret
really
the
data. That was
we
a
can- we
random
can
block.
interpret-
So now it's not data. See? There it is. See? So if it doesn't support his argument, well, that's not really data. That's not really data.
From a book.
We can. I mean, there's also data.
Jealous ass niggas, man. Bunch of Jans out here. I'm gonna start calling y'all Jan. Jealous ass nigga. Jealous ass nigga. The next jealous ass nigga that calls here will be like, oh, okay, so you're a Jan. All right, Jan.
Dating app data, and then you guys interpret it differently than me. We can interpret it differently, and you could come to one conclusion.
Let's agree to disagree on this one.
Let's agree to disagree on this one. That's a loss, Ethan. That's a loss. You see that? She's stuck with it. She says, look, man, I just refuted your point with your data. Let's agree to disagree. How did she get cooked?
So tell me, we didn't really get to flesh this out, but I find this topic interesting. Why is a woman with a high body count, and high, I guess, is like 10 plus? What is high?
Oh my God.
Well, it depends what guys you ask. You know.
In your opinion.
I mean, in my opinion,
I really think it's best to be a virgin when you get married. So I didn't do that. I wish I did, but I think it's best to be a virgin.
Okay, but like, what would you consider a high body count, if in general, when men are looking, considering such a thing?
It seems like the body count studies that I've seen, it drops around like 5 to 7. So
5 to 7. Okay, so so what is inherently less desirable about a woman with 5 to 7 partners?
I mean, one, what value does that bring to a guy?
Well, it's neutral.
It's not neutral.
I asked you what devalues it, not what values it.
What devalues it?
God.
I think that you have more exes to compare your current partner to.
Oh, so it's insecurity. So you
That's not
If
it.
you want to label it that way, but it's like, why would you want someone with more exes?
5 to 7 sexual partners means that there's too much to compare me to, and therefore you might think that I'm inadequate because you've had better partners.
Yes, that's exactly right, Ethan. That's not called insecure. That's just called being a man. No man wants to know that his woman has had bigger, better dicks than her. Right? Seriously. Just like no woman wants to know that a man has dated younger, hotter women than she. That's not insecurity. That's just being a human.
Well, it's also like the rate. Women are happier when they're virgins on their wedding day. So
That is just something you said.
no,
Oh
look. I
my
mean, you can look up
God.
the studies on body count. Again,
Yeah, we can fact check that. It just seems like something you just say.
It seems, oh, now who's arguing with emotion? That's just something you're saying. No, Ethan. No, Ethan. Everybody knows this.
it's like from the Family Institute, something in Family Institute.
Okay, but so while we look that up, let's say what? So women are happier, but
The more sexual partners a woman has, the less happy she
But
tends
I'm
to be
asking you,
married.
what is less attractive? Because you talk about men are looking for women who have had less sexual partners. So what is less attractive? What makes them less attractive?
What makes them less sexual? Men don't want hoes.
do you
men
mean?
don't want women that have slept with multiple people.
We're talking about 5 to 7 partners. Why don't men want?
Okay, this is really, it's hard to watch this because this is not a genuine conversation. Like, this is not a conversation. All he is doing is trying to make her look bad. That's it. That's all he is doing is trying to make her look bad. Oh my God, don't tell me this guy, Jared. Devin, go ahead and screen area code 704. Jesus Christ, still got to tell this dude off again, man. This guy. Fuck it. All right, 704. You're on live at Donovan. What's on your mind?
Hey, Don. How you doing, man?
Doing good.
All right. So what these guys do very often, I see that Rollo talks about it. He says that they use emotionalism all the time
Yeah.
to refute their points. And I don't think that she was prepared for that.
No, she
really.
was not.
But even though she had the stats and stuff, I think she was prepared as far as stats go, but they're always going to come at her with that emotionalism.
Yeah. No, I agree. And and she has not, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong and try to be objective here. I don't remember a part where she showed any emotion except for slight frustration at the obvious agenda. Other than that, she didn't get crazy. She didn't get loud. Right. Exactly.
Well, I mean, and these guys don't really bring any value, man. To be honest,
No.
like she has the followers she has because a lot of guys are trying to do better in their lives. And I can tell you this: I listen to you, Fresh and Fit. I've read all the Rollo stuff. It's helped me out as a man. Just, I didn't grow up with my father, so the value that you guys bring to me really, really helps me a lot, dude. So I listen to you guys constantly. I'm a truck driver.
Okay.
And I work daily, part of myself, and you guys bring a lot of value to us, for real.
Good.
But yeah, these guys don't bring any value, and that's why they're struggling and trying to, stay on top of water by trying to hop on the Pearlies,
Yeah, that's all it is.
90 seconds.
Yeah, if you need views, and thanks for the call, 704. If you need views, just talk about Pearl, right? If you need views, just talk about Pearl. You know how that goes. Yeah, it's very, very difficult to react to this because there are no genuine questions. Everything is like, let's continue. Watch.
Do you want a woman with a lot of bodies?
5 to 7, I don't consider. I think that's totally. Like,
Well, I think most men would, pray for that nowadays, but
what do you mean most men would pray for it? Because the number I looked up is 10% of women there's only 10% of women in the United States have more than 15 partners.
Oh, that's it. He just KO'd himself. Ethan, bruh, you just KO'd yourself, fam. If you honestly believe that only 15% of women in this country have a body count over 15, my friend, I can't help you. I can't help you. If you honestly believe that only 10% of Western women have a body count over 15, you, my friend, there's nothing I can do about that. Let's go to area code 213. Area code 213.
seconds.
All right, you got 10 seconds. Make your point quick. Let's go.
If this bitch don't got a man by 30 years.
Oh, that was it. Sorry, area code 213. She said if this bitch don't got a man by 30 years old. So you're going to wait 4 years. So this is funny. Now he's rooting on her to fail. If this bitch don't got a man by 30 years old, then blah, 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 blah. Come on, man. Come on, dude. And Jared, he was the star of the show. He was the star of the show. I said, I'm going to bring on Pearl right now. What for? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, bet. Niggas are cowards, y'all. I keep trying to tell you. All right, so what's going to happen now? In about 15 minutes, actually at 4 o'clock, I am going to be doing the breakdown of Season 1, Episode 2 of The Big D. It was off to a rousing start last week. That is going to be on Rumble. That is only going to be on Rumble and Sharpstream. So if you guys want to watch that live, I'm not going to be doing it on YouTube. I'm not going to do a simulcast on YouTube. It is going to be exclusively on Rumble and Sharpstream. So go to rumble.com/DonovanSharp and check us out. If you're interested in what I have to offer there, sign up for my 3-day free trial. You'll get access to 27 dating show seasons. I think I've got like 5 or 6 full movie breakdowns. And that all equates to better than 40,000 hours of exclusive content not found anywhere. So make sure you guys sign up for that. That is going to do it for this, the 978th edition of TSR Live. My thanks to all of my super chatters like Dre Raven with the $5 super chat. Says callers like that are the same guys who give us a bad name. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I'll see you in 15. Take care.